Hey everyone, what's going on? Welcome back to a Thursday live stream and another edition of Z Talks episode 8. And today I've got two awesome guests with me. One of the guests is a first time here on the channel, and the other guest is a man who actually did Z Talks episode 1 with me originally, and that is Rashad G Reviews. So, firstly, Rashad, how are you doing today?
I'll be doing much better once I get this internet problem fixed. But other than that, I'm doing all right, man. You know, still black and living, happy to be alive, and all that good stuff.
Awesome. Yeah, and
yeah.
dude, that I've been wanting to get you back on for a while, and yeah, it's great to have you, Rashad. I'm going to head over to you in a second. And Jamie, just before we come to yourself, anyone who's tuning in now, we are a couple of minutes late, but we have had a couple of technical difficulties in the background, so yeah, please don't mind that whatsoever. But yeah, firstly, I just want to say welcome to Jamie from In the Front Row, who has been a big supporter of the channel, a big supporter of basically everyone's channel. Like, she's a really great person, and since starting YouTube is absolutely smashing the game. So Jamie, welcome to the channel. How are you doing today?
Oh, thank you. That's very nice. I'm good. Yeah. Very excited to be on my first live stream with you.
Right. And it's your first live stream ever, right?
Yeah. First time.
Awesome.
Pop in the cherry. Oh dear. So this is going to be fun.
Right. Yeah, for sure. And you've got two people who are like, we know each other pretty well. Me and Rashad, we've collabed a lot. Rashad's an awesome guy in general, so yeah, it's going to be a fun time. And
he's so nice, Rashad. He's so nice.
And
yeah, so, man, come on.
No, that's true. It's true. And anyone who's tuning in live right now, feel free to leave any comments, any questions you'd like to ask us. It could be anything and everything. One of the topics we are going to touch on tonight is Cobra Kai, because I've got two of the biggest Cobra Kais on this live stream right now, including myself. And yeah, Jamie on her channel has been interviewing quite a few people from the Cobra Kai cast, so I definitely want to dive into that also.
Nice.
But Rashad, I want to hand it over to you first. For anyone who doesn't know Rashad, again, we've collabed so many times on respective channels, on live streams. But for anyone who hasn't seen Rashad ever in their life, Rashad, do you want to tell everyone a little bit about what your channel is all around?
Yes, sir. So Rashad G Reviews. I talk movies, shows. Sometimes I get into politics a little bit, and I have a little cooking show that I do called Dinner and a Movie, where I cook a meal that kind of relates to the film that I'm watching. And I haven't really been doing that much lately because groceries are expensive as shit. So if I'm lucky, I'll probably cook, twice a week, because yeah, groceries are crazy. It's like damn near $20 for a pack of turkey meat. All right, but yeah, so I just pretty much, I just shoot from the hip, whatever I feel like talking about. That's what I put on the channel. I'm raw, unscripted, uncut. Sometimes I fly off the handle. Sometimes I have a potty mouth, but that's just what it is, man.
Yeah, for sure. And one thing I love, man, is as Dinner and the Movie series, it's just so well done. Every time I watch one, I say this to you all the time, I want to go to the kitchen and start cooking some food.
Yeah, we'll try some recipes, man. Try some of my recipes. You'd be surprised.
Yeah, I'm going to, and I'm very intrigued by like the New York food you've been trying recently, like a pizza you did on your channel. And you recently did a review of the Indian Telugu language movie, the RRR, as well, which has been blown up on your channel.
Yeah, no, well, thank you and Perez for that, because Perez, was it you or Perez that inboxed me that was like, hey, you need to get on this movie, man. I'm telling you, man, the views are blowing up. Like Mike, myself and Sydney, like, man, you get on this movie. I'm like a 3-hour Telugu Indian language movie. I said, fuck it. So I watched it, and yeah, I was surprised, man. And yeah, the views are doing like y'all said, so thank you for that.
Yeah, of course. I think it might have been Perez who messaged, but yeah, I was one who messaged him to be like,
okay,
get on that movie,
Right.
So we're just waiting for Jamie's review now of the RRR, and we'll be good.
I did see AJ put one up, and I was like, wow, that looks beautiful. So I don't know. I'm not really a big movie person. I watch a lot of TV series, so we'll see.
Right.
You sound like my cousin. All right, stop it. Movies and TV go hand in hand. All right, TV
I
is
know.
just episodic. You know, and with movies, it's just one shot. Stop
Yeah.
doing that. My cousin does. My cousin does the same thing. She says, "I don't like watching movies because they end."
That's kind of like, it kind of makes sense to me. Like, I like seeing these people for a long time, like 2 hours compared to what, like, say 8, 10. You know, I want long term. I want a big story, not just a 2 hour story. I don't know.
Phooey. Phooey. All right, Cobra Kai. Cobra Kai is one big movie. It's an extension of another movie that came from another movie.
But it's a series. It's not a movie. It's a series.
And it's gonna end.
I don't want it to end, Rashad. Don't break my heart this early. It's not ending yet.
Oh shit, y'all froze.
Yeah, I think Rashad, I think you're freezing a little bit.
Y'all froze on my end.
Oh, okay. Well, worst case, man, go out and come back in, and there might be a bit of technical difficulties for these guys, so please bear with us tonight. But yeah, you know, while we're waiting with Rashad and having a couple of technical difficulties, I want to introduce my next guest, who is Jamie Lee from In the Front Row. So yeah, Jamie Lee, for anyone who doesn't know about your channel, do you want to tell everyone a little bit about kind of stuff that you cover on your channel?
I'm really glad that I came on with Rashad because, yeah, I feel like I don't have to be so professional, because everyone else that you have and you ask that about, they're like so, you know, on the ball. But I'm kind of like him, where like I just sort of go with what's happening. Like, I do a lot of TV series, like reactions, or like movie, or not so much movie reactions, but like movie trailer reactions. But in them reviews, like, they're not like, I wouldn't even call them a review. It's sort of like I'm just like ranting for 10 minutes, or I'm like obsessing about how I liked it for 10 minutes. So it's not really like, you know, this person produced it and this person like name dropping and stuff. It's just literally talking smack for like 10 minutes. So if you want to come watch that, yeah, come join me. And then like my favorite part about the channel is when I do the interviews, because I do like talking like with people, not just to a camera. So yeah, interviewing those so far Cobra Kai people, but I do have a Stranger Things one coming up, so I'm excited about that. But yeah, like talking to those actors and stuff, that's really fun for me, because obviously there's a person on the other end. But I don't know, like I'm not in that world, you know, like I don't know about, you know, filming and acting and all that stuff, and it's really so interesting to me. So having those people on, like I learn a lot, I guess. I don't know, it's fun.
Yeah, for sure. And like on my channel, and I know Rashad joined me for an interview last year of a movie called The Killing of Kenneth Chamberlain. We interviewed the directors, and I think, you know, having those interview experiences, you learn a lot more about the filmmaking, the directors, the cast, and like the passion for all those people involved in that big project.
Yeah.
And that was Rashad, if I'm not mistaken, that was your first interview. Was that right?
Yes, it was. And I was nervous as hell. I don't know if you can tell, but I was nervous as shit. Yeah.
I'll have to go back and watch.
I remember what makes that worse is I had the technical difficulties, and as soon as we started the interview, my camera cut out, so Rashad was left by himself with the interview.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Just adding to the pressure.
Yeah, luckily I was quick on my feet, but I was able to think really fast. But inside, I was like, "Jeez!" I'm like, "Mike, what happened?"
Oh dear. Yeah.
I remember that. That was funny, but I didn't. I was kind of shitting myself. I was like, "Crap! Let me get back on this." So yeah, I know exactly what you mean. So yeah, again, I just want to welcome Rashad and Jamie to the live stream. And for anyone who's interested in Jamie Lee's channel for In the Front Row, or Rashad G from Rashad G Review channels, both links are in the description box. Please go give both respective channels some love. Go check out their videos. Go give them some likes, comments. And yeah, both of them have got so much great content on the channels, whether it's interviewing people from TV shows, or whether it's making dinner and movies, or whatever concoction Rashad is cooking up in his kitchen. Really fun time for both respective channels. Love both of you guys. And we've got quite a few comments in already. So I'm going to go read some out. We've got the viewer Drew saying, "Hey, what's up?" So hey Drew, thanks for tuning in.
Drew?
Hey.
And he's asked a question. He says, "Which movie do you like more, Mission Impossible Fallout Skyfall, or Bourne Ultimatum?
I've never seen the Bourne movies, honestly. I always meant to go back to those. To go to those, but I've never watched the Bourne movies. I've never seen Skyfall, but I have seen Fallout. And I was really surprised because I'm not a big Mission Impossible fan, but I did see Fallout, and yeah, that was like one of the best action movies I've ever seen. Crazy. Like Tom Cruise is a nut, and I love it.
Yeah, Rashad, I've got to say that I personally agree with you. I mean, I've seen Skyfall, like James Bond Skyfall. I've seen like the Bourne movies, but like that Fallout was just probably one of the best action movies in the last 10 or so years, at least up there. So yeah, I agree. What about you, Jamie?
I'm the same. Mission Impossible. As I said, I don't watch a lot of movies, so I haven't seen the Bourne stuff. Yes, I'm gonna go Tom Cruise.
Nice. So it's a 3 for 3. So hope that answers your question, Drew. Thank you for the question, though. And he asks another question. Says, "What's a classic movie everyone loves that you're not crazy about?" I've got one top of my head that I checked out. Unless, do you guys have one in mind, or do you want me to go first?
Yeah, you go. I can't even think of one.
Well, so far, I mean, I haven't finished them yet because me and Perez, we're collabing on the Harry Potter movies. I've never seen Harry Potter. So I've watched the first 2 movies and I do not like them. And I already know I'm not, I'm just straight up, I do not like Harry Potter. I mean, but that could change as the movies go. But for right now, 0 for 2. I'm struggling to keep my eyes open each time. Like I have to literally do like this to stay awake.
I know.
Well, you know, to be fair though, Rashad, like Harry Potter's not for everyone, and it took me like so before doing the series with Jacob, I'd only ever seen like odd movies like here and there, so they were out of sync completely. I remember enjoying them, but nothing like too crazy or anything. And then when I sat down and rewatched them with Jacob, I was like, wow, this series is awesome. But I will admit the second movie is my least favorite one.
Okay.
But the next one, you've got The Prisoner of Azkaban, is my personal favorite.
Nice.
So
okay.
It's a lot of people's favorites. Yeah, right. Jamie. Oh, sorry, Rashad?
Oh, no, I'll say, well, I'm going to drink a couple of Zoas and see if I can make it.
Yeah, sounds like you're going to need it. And Jamie, what about you? Do you like Harry Potter, just very quickly?
I do like Harry Potter. I grew up with that. Like I read the books and stuff like that. So I appreciate like all of them, I guess. But yeah, that was big when I was, little. So I sort of grew up with that. But as to answer the question, and speaking of falling asleep, I think mine was Lord of the Rings. I fell asleep in that and that I just can't get into it. So I'm going to say that for mine. And I never went back to watch like the 3rd or 4th or however many they're up to, whatever. First one, I was out, I was done. So yeah, I would say
wow. Wow. Yeah. I don't think I've ever met anyone who doesn't like Lord of the Rings, but that's cool.
Oh God, yeah, I'm a bit of a weirdo.
well, listen, don't feel bad. Like I like the Lord of the Rings trilogy, but I will admit I went to see Two Towers at the theater and I slept through about maybe 20 or 30 minutes of it. So I woke up right before the last battle. So I go from this to oh man, yeah, that was crazy. That was good. So,
yeah.
And Return of the King is like probably the longest movie ever. Like
they're all pretty long, aren't they? Aren't they like at least
as we speak?
Yeah,
3 hours or something?
I think it's nearly 3 hours. Return of the King. Yeah.
Easy. Too tired for that.
Very long.
Well, I know if I ever cover Lord of the Rings on the channel, I'm going to have both you on. I mean, that will be fun.
A rewatch while I fall asleep. I don't know how that'll go, but yeah.
Well, we'll see. And I guess for myself, because you guys have got interesting ones, I guess for me, I was a couple of years ago, I watched a movie which loads of people said, oh, it's a great movie. And that was Goodfellas. And I just wasn't a fan at all of that movie. That put me to sleep.
Okay. I haven't heard of that one.
Really?
Wait a minute. Okay, so Mike, I just want to make sure, because you froze a minute. Okay, I just want to make sure I heard you right, because you was freezing. I did hear Goodfellas.
Yeah.
Right?
You did,
So you said you didn't like Goodfellas.
Yeah.
All right, man, yeah, that happens to be like one of my top 5 movies ever. But all right, hey, to each his own, man. To each his own. Yeah. Goodfellas to me is like number 2 or 3.
Wow, okay. Because I knew as soon as I said that, I was like, Rashad's going to disapprove right immediately.
Yeah. I mean, so is it just because you're not really into the gangster genre, or just didn't do it for you?
No, it's like I love The Godfather. The Godfather is awesome. I like a good mafia movie. It's just I just couldn't connect with it. But I would like to rewatch it again and see if my opinion changes, to be honest.
Please do. And I wish I was there with you because I would like to be right next to you watching it, just so I can school you on certain things. Yeah.
I think that's what's good, right? Because whenever we collab, say on like someone's channel, or like, you know, if we ever do a project or like cover whatever subject, like I think it would always be better if we're in the same room as that person watching that same thing at the same time. Right. Because when we make a video for someone else's channel, or like Jamie Lee, when you maybe, you know, collab with others like on like a movie or whatever the case should be, it's like you have time to prep your video. And not to say like you're going to put on a fake opinion for the video, but you have that time, whereas in the moment, your reaction's completely different. So, yeah. You know, never know, Rashad. I'll have another watch of Goodfellas. We'll see how we go on.
It just means you need to travel, Mike. Please. You know, you need to go to the US and you need to come to Australia. Come watch some movies with us.
Definitely. I'm heading over to the States in September, so I might see Rashad there. I hope I do anyway.
Oh, that's just in time for Cobra Kai season 5. So yeah,
he's gone while Cobra Kai starts. Yeah.
Right.
Oh, nice. Yo, hopefully we can make that happen, bro.
I hope so. Yeah, I think I fly to Florida like the day Cobra Kai gets released. I believe. I can't quite remember.
Damn, this shit keeps fucking freezing. It's driving me crazy. Am I freezing a lot on your end?
No, I can hear you fine.
No. Hold on. Let me see. I'm gonna have to like smack the damn modem for a second. Give me 1 second, man. Yeah. This is like pissing me off. Hold on.
Yeah, no problem. Well, Jamie Lee, while we're waiting,
now you probably get back online because I don't know, for some reason this shit's like messing up.
Well, while we're waiting, Todd, we'll read out another comment.
Okay.
We've got the Circle Club says Forrest Gump is your parents' Doctor Strange in the multiverse. Okay. It's an interesting one.
And hi, Tyrone, by the way.
Yeah, it's a shout out to Jamie. So
yeah. Nice guy.
Well, hey, Circle Club, thank you for joining. Sophie says, hey, so sorry I'm missing you tonight. Yeah, Sophie, no worries. You said you were not well, so you know it's cool. We'll get you on some other time, so not worry. But thank you for tuning in and watching. And Trav loved Rashad's joke right at the beginning of the stream.
What'd I say?
Yeah, can you hear us okay now, Rashad?
I can hear you for the moment. I don't want to jinx it.
Right, cool. Well,
yeah.
I would just read out some comments. So, Sophie saying, I've been speaking to Jamie Lee. She's awesome. We have a shared love of Steve from Stranger Things.
Yeah. I don't know if it's a love or we're just getting our perv on in Messenger there, but yeah, we like Steve.
Yeah, I personally think Steve Houghton's become one of the best characters in the whole show, if not the best character.
Yeah, I agree. The best. Yep.
And Rashad, you watch Stranger Things, right?
Yes, love it.
Right.
And I'm a fan of Steve. Yeah, Steve. Yeah, me and Steve, I can relate to him because I worked at a video store also, and I thought I was more of a ladies' man than what I was. So I definitely can relate to Steve big time.
I love it.
Wow, that's awesome. I think, I don't know if it's one of those things where in season 1 you despise the character, and then after that first season they make him the most likable character.
Yeah.
And that transition,
360.
Right, and that transition is just like such solid writing by the writing team, whoever they are. if it's Duffer Brothers or someone else helping writing. But yeah, I think we all like Steve from Stranger Things. Maybe Jamie Lee and Sophie a little bit more on a different side, but
yeah, a little bit more, especially in this last episode, season 4. I mean, yeah, a lot of like shirtless Steve going on and like heroic. So definitely not complaining there at all. It's good.
Nice.
Yeah, that last episode with Steve and like what happens with the Upside Down and he's possibly in trouble. So minor spoiler. Yeah, I hope that they don't kill him off, but I have a bad feeling, being honest with you.
I mean, they need to kill someone off, but let's hope it's not him.
Right. Yeah, definitely. Like that. I think that's one of my very quickly. I think that's one of my gripes with the season 4, the first part, is there's so many different stories going on, which is cool, but there's so many characters, and I feel like we start with like a core 4 to like now core 15, which I think sometimes slows the pace down. Like for me, like that part with 11, I like the twist, but her whole story this season was boring. It was like remind me of like season 2, which really I didn't like about that season. Don't know if you guys want to weigh in that very quickly.
Oh, it was definitely the weakest, but I like 11's story. I can't really like fault that, but I am pissed off that they haven't killed people, because like I look at my like Walking Dead and just any like series that I watch, and I think like there's always someone that dies and somebody important, like like poor Chrissy and Fred died, but so and yeah, I just feel like there's been such like a main cast for so long that like how has none of them died? You know what I mean? Like there's this crazy ass monster and none of them have died. Like come on. And I just think it would be better for the whole story if it was someone that people like everybody in the group cared about. Like for example, Will. And I know I feel like I say this because I don't like Will, but also like everybody would be affected. Hopper would be affected. Joyce would be affected. All the main kids there, like everybody would be upset and want to like get revenge for personal reasons, not just a girl from our school got murdered by a monster. Like it would just be so more personal, I guess, if that happened.
Right.
But I don't know. I'm not a writer.
Yeah,
right.
I definitely agree. There should be a casualty where it just shakes everything up, shakes everybody up. And like you said, so far they've just been really playing it safe, and being that it's funny because this season really is compared to Nightmare on Elm Street. Like I got all the Elm Street vibes there. But what made Elm Street stick out from the rest is that you cared about all the people that got killed. So it wasn't like Freddy was just killing like 100 random people. Freddy can only catch 5 bodies, but those 5 bodies was more impactful than Jason killing the 20 people he killed because you cared about those characters. So yeah, definitely, I agree. We need some more casualties on this show. Starting with Will, I agree. Will can go. He can,
yes. Oh my gosh. What are they doing with him, honestly? And maybe I shouldn't even go into that. Anyway, yeah. I want Will to die.
But no,
I think I know what you're talking about.
And I'm not against that. Like I'm really not. But get there.
Yeah.
Like
right.
And it's so awkward. Like it's making me uncomfortable.
Well, I completely agree with you both, because I actually said to my partner, because I watched all the Stranger Things and then she caught up at a different time and watched it all. So we talked about it afterwards. And one of the things I mentioned was about Will. And I think he might be the perfect one to kill off, because I was like, after all this time, the tension with Joyce and Hopper, right? Every time them are going to start getting the eyes at each other, that they know they want to get it on. Something comes up, right? And at the end of this season, imagine they've had this reunion in Russia. They're like, right, they've gotten out. They're back in America if that happens, and then they come home to the news that Will's dead. Imagine that ending. That would that would stop them from getting together, and that would, as you said, Jamie Lee and Rashad, like that would affect the friend group. That would affect the parents. It would affect like the town, because I think from what I've heard, they're going to do one more season after this, like next part in July, and I think that's the final, or like the whole lot of it. So I feel personally that they need like a big bang to go into that last season, where it would make sense. The friends group would disband because all of them have abandoned Will this season, basically, or just haven't given 2 cares about him. It would shock the parents. It could shock the community. I don't know. So I think I agree with you guys. But yeah, I think we're in agreement. I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Cool.
Well said.
I'm glad.
Well
I'm
said.
glad we are. Well, we've got RWR movie reviews. So Ryan, hey, what's going on? He was on the latest episode of Cinema Horror Stories.
What's up, fam?
And he says, Rashad and Jimmy, what's your next most anticipated movie at the theater?
Oh, that's a tough one.
Mine's easy.
I don't know. Most anticipated.
Right. Well, Jimmy, do you want to go first?
Mine's Thor. I can't wait to go see Thor. Yeah.
Nice.
I liked the trailer. I like where they're going with it all. I know a lot of people complain, but yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
Wait, what was that? Yeah, I missed that because you froze. What was that again?
Thor. Me or you, Mike?
Oh,
no,
Thor.
No.
Oh, of course you would say Thor.
Of course, yeah. I mean, for the God of Thunder, purely, you know, nothing else. Just the story of the God of Thunder.
Yeah. You know, Jimmy, I'm going to say, like, you know, the Thor trailer I had mixed feelings on. I think bits of it, for me personally, I think looks great. Some of it, I don't know if they're just trying to top the comedy of like Ragnarok. But I want to, being honest with you, I just want it to be like a really nice, pleasant surprise when I go see it. And I think with how well Ragnarok was received, I don't think this is going to be a bad movie. Like Christian Bale's in it, and he's one of my favorite actors, so I've got high hopes. Yeah, so I can get why it's your anticipated movie. Also, not just besides Chris Hemsworth, and obviously that guy is just a machine as it is.
And can I just say, like, yes, I might have been getting my perv on in that last bit, but I see that's why I put that in there. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's sort of like they're setting themselves up to get the hate, but maybe that's what they want. I don't know, but I know so many people that were like, you know, if that was a girl and, you know, if they were stripping off Jane or something like that, you know, that would be so controversial. But yeah, doing it to Chris, like everyone's like totally okay. Well, not everyone, most guys aren't, but like the girls were like, yeah. But I was like, did that really need to be in there? But yeah, I appreciate it being in there, but did it really need to be in there?
Right. Well, I mean, I think like that last bit when the trailer of like Ozzy with Chris Hemsworth, Rashad, I don't know if you know about this, but I know that Chris Hemsworth has been shooting a biopic where he's going to be playing Hulk Hogan.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, that's been in the making for like a few years now.
Right.
Yeah. So I don't know what the holdup. I don't know what the holdup has been. I guess they were waiting for him to bulk up or whatever. But yeah, that was supposed to be made like 2 or 3 years ago.
Yeah, and I was going to say, because in the Thor trailer that we're talking about, like he looks more bulked up, especially that shot at the end. I would say he looks I hate
him. I hate Chris Hemsworth. I hate him. I hate him. I mean, I know. No, I like him, but he makes simple body guys like myself look bad. Okay, like so when women see Chris Hemsworth, this but then they see me, it's like, well, how come you can't look more like him?
No, you don't. He rocked the dad bod.
Too much pressure
going on.
Right. No, I can see where you're coming from, though, Rashad.
Yeah,
I get where you're coming from. But yeah, Rashad, what about you for your answer for this question? What's your next most anticipated movie at the theater?
I would probably say Black Adam, maybe. You know, I mean, the trailer was a little underwhelming, but I have faith in the rocket. I think Black Adam's gonna be crazy.
Right. Yeah, and I know Jamie Lee did a trailer reaction to Black Adam as well that I checked out.
I don't know if it was a reaction or I don't know what that was. My friend, he knew what was going on, but I was like, who's this person? Who's that person? Like, I had no idea who these people were in the franchise there, but I don't even know who he is. Like, I was like, is he bad? Like, is he supposed to be a baddie or a goodie? Or I don't know. But I do like The Rock. And yeah, I just think that, I think me and Tyler were talking about this, but like having The Rock as like, I don't know, to rebuild their franchise up a little bit. Like they've had so much negative stuff going on, like with the Amber Heard stuff and just so much drama. So I feel like everybody likes The Rock. So having someone like him like rebuild it, like maybe, I don't know, DC can make it come back or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. And
I think DC is I think DC is hopeless, but
yeah, well,
I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I know I'm out of sync here because I'm sorry because I don't know when y'all are talking or not. Like sometimes I can hear y'all talking, but then sometimes it'll freeze. So I'm like I'm like out of sync with.
Oh, it's getting glitchy now. Hey, Mike.
And now it's froze.
Yeah. Oh, he's gone. He's gone on mine.
Yeah. I always case, Rashad will come back. But yeah, Jimmy, what you're saying about Black Adam, yeah, I kind of agree. Like with The Rock, like I think a lot of his movies he's done in the last couple of years have just been same old.
Yeah.
He's like no different. But I know with Black Adam personally, like it's been a huge passion for him to play this character for multiple years. So I think he's going to be like an anti-hero kind of thing. Or like I don't know. A lot of times, even the villains in DC movies are heroes nowadays. So
yeah, right.
Who knows? But yeah, we'll go on to the next question anyway. While we're for Rashad, got the Circle Club saying, "Have you all seen Everything Everywhere All at Once?" I have. Have you, Jamie?
We started it, and then we had to take my husband's dad to the airport. So no, I didn't finish it. I'm only up to the part where her husband is like she's finding out that he's from a different multiverse or whatever. So I haven't got any like into the real juicy stuff yet. Yeah.
Get yeah. Well, I'm excited to hear your thoughts once you've seen it.
Yeah, maybe I should do my first movie review. I think it would be my first, but yeah.
Please do. Yeah, but for me, I love that movie. Like, a
lot of people, everyone did, didn't they?
Yeah, it's been getting like a lot of hype. Yeah, you're right. And I just think like for like a lower budget movie based in like a multiverse, it was just so well done. But yeah, I don't want to say any more. I don't want to give any spoilers.
Yeah, no spoilers.
Yeah, I hate spoiling things, and I like to try to give like ample warning if I'm going to give a spoiler. So yeah, no spoilers whatsoever. And yeah, we've got quite a few comments, so I'm going to go try to get through them quite quickly here. We've also got Trav to say about Kenobi, such one long movie when we were talking about TV series and stuff.
Talking to the wrong person there.
Yeah,
not a Star Wars girl. Sorry.
No, that's fair. I haven't seen the series yet either, to be honest. I want to really watch like all the movies first before I do that.
Yeah, Anthony was talking to me, and Perez was talking, and he's like, I can get you like a list from where to start, because I was like, dude, I wouldn't even know where to begin with Star Wars, honestly. And he's like, I can write you a list, and you start here. And I was like, oh, but I've already got a big list. So there's lots of people that are like, jump on Star Wars, you will like it. And I do watch a little bit of that, like through people's reviews, like the reactions or whatever. So I do watch a little bit, but I have no idea what's going on. No idea.
Yeah. I was going to say, the last thing you want to do is talk to Star Wars to Perez.
I know, he's so. Oh, he loves it. Hey, him. Yeah, going to the cons and things like that. Yeah, definitely.
Right. Definitely, like his passion for it's like I was with Cobra Kai. Like no.
Yeah. Well, when you said that we were going to talk about that, like I was already nervous to be on my first live stream, but then when you said we were going to do Cobra Kai and like on the like little banner or whatever you put up there, you were like, oh, we're going to talk for 90 minutes. And I was like, oh my God, does this guy know how much pressure it is for me to only talk about Cobra Kai for only 90 minutes? Like I need longer than that.
Right. Well, I try not like leave the live streams go too long, because I know some of my guests like don't want to be on like too long, and sometimes I've got stuff to do. But we're definitely going to get to them for sure. But at the minute, as I say, I've got loads of comments I want to try to get through. But just very quickly, want to let you know that Circle Club's subscribed to both you and Rashad. So awesome! Thank you, Circle Club, so much. I really appreciate it. And subscribe to my channel as well if you haven't already.
Yeah, he would be, because he's one of my friends, so he's already on mine. So you would be you and Rashad. So that's really good.
Awesome, absolute legend. So thank you very much. We've also got Trav saying, I have a soft spot for the Bourne movies. Definitely check them out when you get time. Yeah, I don't mind them. Have you ever seen them, Jubilee?
No,
that's fair. Yeah, I've got King of Collectibles saying, hey, did you see that? And everyone, good evening. So yeah, hey, King of Collectibles, thank you. And he says, I thought that Sophie Retro Revival Girl was on tonight. Yeah, so Sophie was meant to be on tonight, but she did message me earlier to say that she wasn't feeling too great. So Sophie will be on another time. But we've got the awesome Jamie Lee and Rashad when he can sort out his connectivity. And just saying about loving the Dream Warriors poster in the background of Rashad. So yeah, I'll let him know when he comes back. Well, thank you for the comments. We've got Josh from Classic June saying, "Hey everyone, hope you're well." So, hey Josh, how you doing? And Trav says, for you, Jimmy Lee says, "Nah, you're not alone in that. He couldn't get into Lord of the Rings either, but he liked the Hobbit movies better." So,
oh, that's good. I'm not a complete weirdo then. And yeah, I don't think I ever watched The Hobbit because I was just like, oh, it's Lord of the Rings, you know what I mean? So I don't even think I ever watched it.
I've never seen the Hobbit movies, being honest with you. And from what I've heard, it's like, I don't know if it's like one book, but they're stretched out into like 3 movies.
Yeah,
like,
right.
Very thin. So I don't think it's got a great one. Ryan's got a question, but it's more for like you and Rashad. So I'm going to leave that till Rashad comes back.
Okay.
But King of Collectibles says, I couldn't get into Inception in terms of movies we couldn't get into. I like Inception. I saw it at the cinema like when they re-released it about a year and a half ago. What about you, Jimmy Lee?
I don't think I watched it. That was the Leonardo one, was it?
It was, yeah.
Yeah, no, I didn't watch that.
Yeah, I remember I was just messaging Rashad because he's saying that he's trying to get back in on my laptop. But yeah, I watched it like a while ago, and then I saw it on like a cinema re-release, and I really enjoyed it then. But I think it's more like when you start diving more into movies and TV, and you'll know yourself, you know, now that you do like YouTube, you have like a different take sometimes on what you're reviewing, or like your thoughts are slightly different. And Rashad, you're back. Can you hear us?
Yeah, let's try this again. Round 3.
Yeah, no problem, man. Well, we had a question here I wanted to ask you and Jamie from Ryan. And he says, is there a specific movie you guys walked out at the theater?
No.
I almost walked out on Jumanji 2.
Oh, wow. Really?
Really?
Yes. It was boring. It was putting me to sleep. Kevin Hart's jokes were just falling flat. The bad impressions. I hated Jumanji 2.
Aww.
Yes. So that I never officially walked out, but I did almost walk out of that. And I did leave Rise of Skywalker very pissed off. And I was talking trash the whole way out the theater. Mike, you know the story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can get where you're coming from in that movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What about you, Jamie Lee? Have you ever walked out of a movie?
No, I like to give them like the benefit of, I can't like stop something. Like I have to watch the whole thing through. So yeah, I've never like just been like, oh, stuff this. But as I said, I have fallen asleep. So I don't know if that's kind of the same thing. But yeah, I like to give them a chance, see if they can redeem themselves, I guess.
Right. Yeah. Well, if I was going to say, if it's a bad movie, Rashad loves his snowfest. So
yeah, I think last movie I really fell asleep on was The Northman. I dozed off through like 80% of that movie. I was out, gone.
So many people talk that up though, so I'm surprised by that.
Something must be wrong with me. Like I felt sometimes like okay, as a YouTuber, sometimes I question myself because like I'll really hate something and then I watch other videos. They're like, man, that was the greatest thing ever, and the metaphors and this and that, and I'm like, shit. I'm like, is something wrong with my brain? You know?
Yeah, that was like me with The Boys. Like, oh, I'm obsessed. I'm in love with that show. Like, I genuinely cannot. Well, I probably could fault it, but it's like my baby. You know what I mean? Like, it just can't do anything wrong. Even when it does, it's like, yeah, but it also did this right. And I was talking it up to one of the mums at KinderCare the other day, and I was like, oh, you'd really like this show. And then when I started to explain it, like I could see her face being like, you know, like really concerned. Yeah. And I was like, oh shit. Yeah. Not for everyone, I guess.
Right. So yeah, and I think it's one of those things like me and Rashad and yourself, Jamie, are like discovering is when you're doing YouTube and, you know, you talk to fellow YouTubers and you build those friendships, or even people in like the chat and stuff, you can have those more in-depth discussions about TV or movies. Whereas you said the other day when you were talking to that parent, like they're just like so distant after you start explaining.
Yeah.
Whereas like me and Rashad would be like, oh, right, cool, that sounds awesome. Tell us more about it, or where can I watch this kind of thing, you know?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, definitely get where you're coming from. Thank you for the question, Ryan. Josh says he's rewatching a movie, which is one of his all-time favorite, called Waves. Have you guys heard of that one?
Oh, Waves. If that's the same movie I'm thinking of that came out in 2019, yeah, Waves was very interesting to say the least. Yeah, Waves. Okay, I went to see Waves. It was playing at an independent theater where I live at, and it was like two different movies, man. Like it's like the first half was like brilliant, flawless, and then the second half, I said, "What the fuck happened to this movie?" It just fell flat on its face, and by the time it was over with, it felt like it was a 5-hour movie. And I think it fell short of just 2 hours. But it was a very strange movie, yeah.
Wow.
Like it starts out this way, and then it just totally deviates from that. It becomes a whole different movie, almost like an anthology, like an anthology movie almost. But it's still supposed to be all the same narrative, if that makes sense. It was just weird, yeah. I'm not a big fan of Waves.
Well, yeah. So sorry if I was looking off there a little bit. Just I was on my laptop and I've literally just been searching like what the movie is. And as you were talking about, Rashad, I think I've also seen it in the cinema. I might be wrong. Might be a completely different film I'm thinking of. But if it is the one that I've seen, I think it was a pretty good movie for most part. But I can't remember.
Exactly.
Right.
it's very forgettable.
Right. Well, that's fair.
Yeah.
Well, Sophie says for her, Hunger Games was popular, but she did not like movies. Yeah, I liked like the first two, and after that, I wasn't bothered. So
yeah, Hunger Games was cool. The first one was the best one. And then the second was pretty cool. Now, when it got to the the Mockingjay, I think it's called, right? So Mockingjay 1 put me to sleep. I was out. And so it was
you fall asleep all the time.
I know, man. I think it's just because I'm getting old. But I fell asleep on Mockingjay 1. I never got to part 2. So, but that first Hunger Games was fire. I love the first one.
Isn't there another one coming out? Wasn't there a trailer for like another one coming up soon?
Yeah, I think they're making like a prequel to the whole thing, I believe.
Nice.
Yeah, right.
So, I mean, I doubt it's going to be Jennifer Lawrence, but I don't know if she's going to maybe do like a cameo at the end, so like to start her journey. I mean, I don't know.
Okay.
The Third Club says Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness for people over 50. Yeah, don't agree with that. Definitely don't agree with that.
What's that supposed to mean?
I know, right? I'm a bit confused by that comment. So, Circle Club, if you're still watching, please explain a little bit and we'll come back to it. But we've got Pete from Playtendo, guys, saying, hey, Mike and everyone. So, hey, Pete.
What's up?
How you doing? Hi. Hope you're doing well. Josh says, I'm not a fan of Goodfellas either.
Oh, my God. What's wrong with you people?
Right. So, hey, Rashad, it's not just me.
Damn.
And, yeah, Peter says he agrees with Sophie, didn't get into Hunger Games. And King Collectible says Hunger Games was boss, bring on the prequel, and I think he's saying about Pete give Goodfellas another go. But yeah, that Hunger Games prequel, I haven't seen anything for it. I don't know if it's just like a quick teaser or something, right?
Yeah, I haven't heard of that. No.
I'm not sure. Adam is here. So, hey, Adam, hope you're doing well. I think we're all doing good. Adam has recently just recovered from COVID. He wasn't very well. So, Adam, hope you're doing much better, man. And thank you so much for tuning in.
Right.
Awesome guy. And I think we've already answered by why Sophie's not here. Okay, he says Forrest Gump is multiverse for people over 50.
Okay.
Gotcha. I thought he was saying that, Multiverse of Madness was for people over 50. And I was like, I loved that.
Yeah,
and I'm like 30. Yeah.
Right. I was going to say, and we've got a comment from Jedi Sensei. I'm going to say it. He says, if Amber Heard makes an OnlyFans, she makes 10 million in a month. Not kidding.
She'll need to make that to pay back Johnny, wouldn't she? So go girl.
Yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do, man.
Yep, get that hustle.
Right, because she's gonna appeal the decision, I've heard, and I don't think she's gonna win, but I might be wrong. But
and I heard she's totally cut from Aquaman, so yeah, she's not getting a paycheck anytime soon.
No, I think OnlyFans is the way forward.
For Amber. Yeah, for Amber.
Yeah, for Amber.
But hey, well, imagine if Johnny Depp does OnlyFans as well. He would be minted for the rest of his life.
Oh, dear.
But we've got Pete here saying I've subbed to both Rashad and Jamie Lee. Looking forward to watching the content.
Yay.
Awesome, Pete. Thank you so much. And Rashad, I think.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
And King Crypto says, I thought Stranger Things 4 was solid, but Steve is an awful character. Get rid of him.
Nope. No.
Are you watching the same
show?
show?
Man, no love for Steve? Yeah, man, no love for Steve. What's up?
Right. Steve's one of the best characters. So, Trav says, I like season 4, but it's not my favorite. Yeah.
Of Stranger Things?
Yeah, Stranger Things. Yeah, I think season 1 or 3 is my personal favorite. Probably season 1. What about you guys?
I have to go back and watch the other ones, but so far 4, I mean, especially with the villain, you know what I'm saying, with your boy, like, yeah, I think 4 right now is the best.
Yeah, I agree. I liked 1 because obviously, you know, we got to meet all these new characters and it was so like new and fresh and like something that I hadn't watched before. And like they're all little babies, so they're all like really cute, but I hated 2. Like, I feel like in 2, did that even get finished? Like, they went and like explored all these her sister, you know, the girl that had powers like her. And I just feel like that was so off topic. And yeah, I really can't remember if that was ever even resolved. So that was my least favorite season. And then obviously I loved 3 because I really loved Billy. Like, I thought he was so fun. And yeah, that was really fresh. And then 4, I like it. And as you said, Rashad, like I like that there's a villain, like we can actually see a villain. And he just seems so, I don't know, bad. It's good.
He's iconic. Like, you could put him up there with some of the greats, man, even though we've only gone for 1 season, but like he's, you know, you think of like, you know, Kruger and the Creeper from Jeepers Creepers, Pinhead, you know, he could be up there with those guys. Like he's that, you know, menacing, you know what I mean? And memorable.
And he's super powerful. Like the fact that he can just like tap into people's minds just because they're troubled. Like, who isn't freaking troubled? You know what I mean? Like, he could target any of those kids, you know, like he's just so powerful. And I like that. Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, he's like a perfect combination of like Pennywise and Freddy. You know?
I can see that. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, because Pennywise has the same powers, right? He taps into, you know, your fears, what you're afraid of, and attacks you. And of course, Freddy, he attacks you in your dreams. You know, same thing.
Right. Yeah, no, I agree with both you guys. I think the best thing about this season is Vecna, and they've finally got like an actual villain to go against. So yeah, I agree with you.
That's his name. That I keep forgetting his name, Vecna. Thank you. that was driving me crazy.
I've seen some memes on the internet because people are like calling him like Vecchi and stuff, and I'm like, oh my god, that is so fucking gay. Like, Vecna's badass. Leave it at that. Don't shorten it. Don't like cute it. Like, just leave it. Vecna's bad. Yeah.
I agree. Cool. I agree. And before I read out the next comment, I just want to let you know, of anyone who's watching right now, I've been scrolling a little bit in the chat before we get to the comments, and there was King of Collectibles was starting to be a little bit rude, so I have put them on the block. So apologies for anyone in the chat if there's been any rudeness or anything like that. If anyone decides to be rude, they will automatically be blocked from the chat. So yeah, let's keep that going. What the Jim says, have any of you guys seen episode 1 of Miss Marvel? He thought it was okay. I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, what? I just did my review for episode 2 last night. So yeah, watch it.
Oh wow. Okay.
I honestly have no interest in watching Miss Marvel. It didn't grab my interest. I'm just like, you know, I mean, we have Captain Marvel, and then we have you know, we got introduced to Monica Rambeau, who's a Marvel, and now we're getting another Miss Marvel. Like, dude, I just skip all that. Let's just get the Marvels movie and forget Miss Marvel. That's just my personal opinion. I have no desire to watch it.
Yeah, no, I can get where you come from, Rashad, because for me personally, like, the trailer didn't grab me like at all. But like nowadays in Marvel, you have to kind of watch everything to get what's going on.
Right.
But yeah, Jamie Lee, I saw that you post like your videos on it, but I haven't checked them out because I haven't seen it yet, so I don't want to like go in with spoilers or anything.
Yeah, right.
But I'm glad that for the most part it seems like you're enjoying it for now.
Yeah, I like it, Adam. I think it's good.
Awesome.
It's probably not for Rashad. It's very like cute and teenagery, and you know, I know with my husband, like he loves Marvel, so he'll watch anything Marvel, but he was like, you know, oh, it's a bit cringy at times and things like that, because it is so, I mean, it's targeted at teenagers, let's be honest. So other people can appreciate it because obviously it's Marvel, but yeah, it's very teenager. It's very, you know, high school drama.
Yeah.
Mm.
That's kind of what I figured. That's why I like it. That's something more for my 17-year-old.
For your kids,
than
yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. But like, it's really good. Like, I don't know, like cinema terms or whatever, or like filming terms, but like the way that it was like made is really, really cute. You know, some of the transitions that are in there, and they've got this cool, like, you know, when people like text things and, you know, you see it come up on the screen and they're holding like a phone and you can read the text, like they've got it actually shown in different ways. Like one was through her light in the sky, and like the writing of the text was like displayed through that, and then like on the road it was like lit up in neon lights, you know, what they were texting to each other. And then on the screen there was like a shop window, and, you know, it said like open now or whatever like normal shops would say, but they changed it to like an emoji, and it said like mum said no, or whatever they were talking about. And yeah, their text exchanges were like displayed in these cool creative ways. So I think it's, I don't know, it's different to me. I haven't really seen a lot like that for a while. But yeah, it's definitely not for everyone, that's for sure. Yeah.
But no, that's cool. It sounds like it's got like a different like visual style to it.
Visuals, yes. It's got beautiful visuals, I think. Yeah.
So, but yeah, I'm open to give it a go. So when I watch it, I'll let you know. And if Rashad, if you ever watch it, let us know. I'm excited to hear your thoughts on it.
I don't think that's top of the list, hey Rashad.
Nah.
Yeah.
Don't think so. So we've also got Sophie saying about Stranger Things very quickly. She says like she feels like Will's kind of the same as us, like our opinion, and so does Josh. He thinks like Will should go. So yeah, glad that we're all in agreement on that one. Adam says for Sophie to get well soon. So yeah, definitely for sure. Let's have a look. Josh says for him, Don't Worry, Darling is the most anticipated movie. Look, it looks all right. I'll go see it for sure. But yeah, I think I've got personally like higher anticipation ones. I think Jamie said 4, and Rashad was saying Black Adam as well. So
I am interested in watching that though.
Yeah,
Black Adam. Yeah, the Rock can do no well. A couple of times he did wrong, but 90% of the time the Rock does no wrong. Okay, there was also a Hercules. If you remember Hercules, like if you remember, the Rock went all out. Oh, hold on. Oh, y'all leaving? Where's your brother? Oh, all right.
I want to see Don't Worry, Darling as well. I'm really excited to see Harry Styles, because I did not like him in oh cute. I did not like him in, what was that crappy movie that just came out recently? Eternals. I was going to say Avengers, but definitely not that.
Oh, Eternals,
and I'm like, oh, really? So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing him in something. And yeah, he looked cool in the trailer. Like he looked, I don't know, I see him as like always like the baby little pop star, but yeah, he seems so like grown up and acting like, I don't know, good.
Yeah, he certainly made the name for him. And I think if I remember right, I think Rashad fell asleep during Eternals.
Yeah.
I mean, that one is understandable. Jumanji, not so much, but that one is understandable.
Yeah. Oh my God. Like that's gotta be Marvel's because I know a lot of people say Thor: The Dark World or Iron Man 3. I still think Iron Man 3 is the worst, but Eternals is like way down there. Eternals sucked.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah. I don't know what Marvel was thinking.
Wasn't a great movie.
Nah.
Well, Sophie's actually brought up my most anticipated movie like recently, which is The Black Phone, coming out next week for us in the UK. But I think they're doing early showings for us on Saturday, which I think I'm going to book on for. Yeah, I'm excited for Black Phone. Ethan Hawke looks creepy with that mask.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. Yeah, I'm definitely going to check that one out.
Right. Definitely. So I'm just going to. Also, the club says sorry. Got to run. Thanks for introducing me to these guys, Jamie. They're dope. So yeah, so club, thank you so much for watching. And he said that he subscribed to both me and yourself, Rashad. So
I appreciate that, fam.
Thank you so much. Let's have a look. So it was just a couple. There we go. Josh says, I feel like The Rock just makes the same movies over and over.
Until Black Adam.
Until Black Adam, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you know what? I understand that statement because it's not so much the same movie, but he's just The Rock in everything that he's in. You know, like to me, The Rock hasn't shown acting range since Pain and Gain. If you ever seen that movie where he played the bodybuilder where they was robbing people and he was on cocaine. That's like the last time you saw The Rock actually like really act, you know, but he plays The Rock in everything. So Black Adam is such a complex character. I'm hoping to God he does the damn thing, but just don't be too safe. You know what I mean? But I understand that statement, definitely.
Right. Yeah, definitely. And I think the one thing I can say for The Rock is even if his movies have been the same, they're good popcorn movies at least. So I will give him that. Yeah, sorry guys, I'm just going through the comments. Got quite a few, but we have got some about that King of Collectibles who I did block earlier, who was just being mean. So yeah, we'll leave that. But Tyler is here. So hey Tyler, how you doing?
What's up, fam? All right.
Yay, Tyler.
Adam says we're all friends here for sure. Let's have a look. Oh, he says, Josh says, have you seen the teaser for Blonde, the Marilyn Monroe Netflix movie? It looks good, but NC. Yeah, so I saw that. I saw that teaser earlier with Anna de Armas, Anna de Armas, if I pronounce that right. She's going to play Marilyn Monroe. Looked interesting, but maybe you guys can help. What does NC-17 mean?
That's above R. So yeah, PG, PG-13, rated R. So NC-17 is when you can't get an R rating. That's a little too hardcore.
Bit raunchy, you reckon?
Wow.
Yeah. So after NC-17 is just straight up X.
Wow.
Okay.
So NC-17 is really explicit.
Wow.
Okay.
To be honest though, like I don't think that's going to be a bad thing because in a sense, a lot of biopics try tame it down a little bit and don't show you like the actual stuff that happens like behind the scenes and maybe stories that the public not heard of. Whereas I know Marilyn Monroe, she did have, from what I know, not loads, but I do know she had like some extra stuff kind of like that going on. So I would personally like to see that portrayed, and clearly it's going to be a one where Netflix are taking the risk to do it. So it could be the best biopic yet. Who knows?
Well, that's why I love Netflix. Netflix doesn't mind taking a chance, whereas a lot of other platforms and studios like to play it safe. Like, well, we don't want to offend nobody. We don't want to. Netflix doesn't give a fuck. Netflix does not care. I mean, to me, the most ballsiest thing they did was release that one movie with the little girls, where they had the little girls with like dances or whatever. It was called.
Yeah, there was a lot of hate about that, huh?
Yeah. And I did watch the movie, and I understand the controversy behind it, but at the same time, I can tell that's not what the director was going for, but that's just how it came across. Kind of like when you make a comment and you meant it to sound a certain way, but it came out sounding different, and they're like, okay, what was up with that? That's how the movie was. But Netflix had balls putting that out there and didn't apologize for it. Even after everybody said, take it down. Netflix said, up yours with a twirling lawnmower. They kept it on there. Did not care. Right. Respect them for that. Yeah. They cancel culture don't mean nothing to Netflix.
Nah.
Gotta respect that.
But the thing is though, it's like, I think sometimes you've got to take a risk. By all means, certainly respect stuff with cancel culture and stuff for sure. Right. But I think sometimes it's like that NC-17, as we've just been saying about this movie Blonde. Like if it's going to portray Marilyn Monroe, where a lot of the public find out stuff that maybe we didn't know or what actually went on. Like for me, I only know a little bit about it, but not loads. So when I watch Blonde, I'm going to be my mind's going to be blown because I'll be like, wow, I didn't even know this.
Right.
And if that's going to be the best way to tell this, if that's going to be the best way ultimately to tell the story for a movie or a TV show, then surely that's a good decision.
Facts.
But it might just be my opinion anyway.
Nah, I agree.
Awesome. Jamie, have you seen the teaser for Blonde?
It did pop up on my Instagram, but no, I didn't watch it. Yeah, I just saw that it was Marilyn Monroe. She had that like iconic, like dress flying up scene, and that's all I saw of it. Yeah, I didn't watch the whole thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, well, I'm excited to hear your thoughts. Hopefully, a trailer reaction.
Maybe you will see.
When does the movie drop?
September, I think.
Okay.
I might be wrong.
Check it out. I mean, yeah, I don't. Only thing I know about Marilyn Monroe is her singing "Happy Birthday" to the president. That's it. And she was in a few movies. So other than that, I don't know anything about her. So yeah, I'm gonna definitely check it out.
Yeah, same here, man. And I know basically the same what you've just said. So I think it's gonna be interesting. We've got AJ Ford saying, "Hi Mike, hi Jim Lee, and hi Rashad." So hey AJ,
hi, AJ.
Hey AJ, I don't get no love, bro. You don't see me. you don't see me here.
Where's the hello to Rashad?
Dang. Well, I love you too.
Well, AJ is asking, who's your favorite actor? Mine, easy one, Michael J. Fox. What about you guys? Ooh, I know Rashad is yours, Stallone.
Well, Stallone's just my favorite movie star, period, man. So, but as far as actor, that's a tough. Favorite actor. That's a toss up between Pacino and De Niro as far as favorite actor. It's a toss up between those two. But yeah, but Stallone's just like my favorite, like Hollywood person, period. Like I love Stallone.
Right. Yes, your second dad, you've told me.
Right, yeah, that's my second pops. Definitely, he helped raise me.
Nice. Yeah. For me, I would say very quickly between Pacino and De Niro, I would probably go De Niro. But I get where you come from with Pacino. For sure. Yeah,
come on. Michael Corleone, Tony Montana. You know, the first thing I saw Pacino in was Scarface. And for years, I thought Pacino was actually a Cuban. I had no idea he was Italian until I saw The Godfather. So that just goes to show his range as an actor. Like, he was able to pull off being a Cuban, you know?
I've never seen Scarface, so I can't comment.
Class is in session.
You're going there soon, Mike. You know what you're going to be up for now.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I think the next one's Commando. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Commando. Yeah. I'm excited. Jamie, very quickly, who do you see as your favorite actor or actress?
Mine's a little bit like controversial because of what's just happened like recently, but I love Will Smith. Not like as a personal person, but acting wise, like I think he's got like really good range, and I usually like everything that he's in. He can play very serious, but like to me, I find him like really funny. Like his humor is, I don't know, just like not just his lines are funny, but like just his facial, the way he like expresses himself is just funny to me. I really like him. Yeah.
Did you say that Will Smith? That's you're canceled. I can't.
I know. That's what I mean. Like so many people be like, "Oh, Will Smith," and like the slap thing, and whatever. But before that, like I appreciated everything that he did.
I mean, everybody slaps somebody every now. I mean, act like like you never slapped anybody before. Everybody slaps somebody, you know.
Well, to be fair though, it's like separating the art from the artist.
Yeah.
And Will Smith has done some great movies. So I can't knock you for that. He has done some great movies, whether you like him or not for what he's done recently. He still made some. Like King Richard was an awesome movie.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. That was probably his best performance since Pursuit of Happiness.
Did you guys watch 7 Pounds or no?
That was a very somber, depressing.
Oh my God.
Good movie, but I would never watch it again. Like that movie's such a killjoy. Like, after watching 7 Pounds, I just want to jump out of a window and just end it. You know.
Yeah, I feel you. But like, imagine like acting in that. You know, like he's just fantastic. I can't fault him acting wise, at least.
Yeah. No, he's great. He's great. But man, if you're already like suffering with depression, don't watch 7 Pounds. Like you'll be writing the rough draft of your suicide letter after you watch that movie. You know,
it's very sad. Yeah, I probably shouldn't say that was like a good one to watch because it's probably not. But I just thought in that he was amazing. Yeah.
No, nothing wrong with that. You like the movie? You like the movie?
If you like depressive shit, go watch that. God!
The movie back there somewhere. I just haven't seen it yet, so I'm waiting to see it. Tyler says The Boys is an acquired taste.
The Boys. The Boys.
Yes, I think we've all shown our love for The Boys, haven't we?
I love that show.
Right. I still haven't seen a new season, and I've seen the first season, and I've seen a tiny bit of the second season, so I'm a bit behind on the show.
You gotta get caught up.
I can't talk about it.
I know. You gotta get caught up, Mike. That show is freaking amazing. Like, so I think it's some of the best writing right now on TV, man. The writing is just so incredible, and I forgot the actor's name, but the guy that plays Homelander.
Anthony
like one of the
Starr,
best.
yeah.
Anthony Starr, that guy is incredible. Like just just the way he can scare you. Like every time he's on screen, you just never know what he's gonna do. It just makes you feel uneasy every time you see him. Like, okay, is he gonna laser somebody, or is he just is he just joking with them, busting their chops, or is he gonna kill them? You don't know what he's gonna do in any moment.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, for sure. And as I say, like the first season I've seen, it was brilliant. And I think I've seen a bit in the second season where they're on like an airplane or something, and he opens the door. I can't quite remember, but yeah, I've heard Homelander's a dick. So
Yeah,
I'm excited to see it. We also had a hello from our busy Aussie family part 2.
That's Temmie.
So,
hi, Temmie.
what's up?
So hey, Temmie, hope you're doing good. Thank you for joining us. We've got Josh saying, I love having discussions about film and TV with people as we all have different opinions, which is great. Love these streams. Yeah, well, thank you, Josh, for tuning in. And yeah, we were saying earlier, it's always great to meet like a fellow YouTuber or someone who's passionate in like movie or TVs, and you can have those long discussions. So yeah, definitely for sure. I'm just trying to get to more of the comments. Josh also says, I remember walking out of Pacific Rim because all the time my noise sensitivity was high and the film was way too loud. Yeah, especially if it's like they didn't have a like something on for like where the sound could be too loud for some people, like so completely get. Busy Aussie says, oh my god, I love the Hunger Games. Yeah. I think we've all said that we didn't mind the first one. Also, he says the new Hunger Games is a prequel. I believe Rachel Zegler. I don't know how you pronounce that, from West Side Story.
West Side Story. Okay.
Yeah, I like West Side Story.
Yeah. I mean, I think that one kind of went under the radar for some people. Like, it's funny, not a lot of people talked about it, but I dug it. I thought it was straight.
Yeah, for sure. And I thought it was pretty. I thought it was pretty good as well. Like Steven Spielberg doing a musical. I was like, wow, okay.
Yeah, man.
Adam says change the subject because of obviously all the chat that was going on. He says, what music do you like? So yeah, I think I've discussed this before. But what about Jamie and Rashad? What about you guys?
What music?
Yeah, what music do you guys usually into?
I'm stuck in a time capsule because I'm old. So I don't like anything new, really. So I'm stuck in the 90s to early 2000s hip hop, R&B.
Right.
I love 80s metal. Believe it or not, I love 80s metal. I love 90s metal. Pretty much anything except for country. I'm not a big country fan. I know Jacob Martin would curse me out for that, but I don't like country. But I can listen to pretty much any music. Except for country and opera. Yeah, I don't like opera either.
Oh man, when I'm in the car, when I'm in the car, I always listen to country music.
Oh wow!
Really?
Yeah.
That's surprising.
Well, I like some of the older stuff. Well, I would say more like the newer country music is more like pop, pop with a little bit of country in it.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I like all sorts, but yeah, I like country music. So Rashad, I think we're a little bit different on that
one. And movie scores too. I love listening to movie scores. Like I love, like, one of my favorite scores ever is Conan the Barbarian. Basil, I forgot his name, but I love listening to Conan the Barbarian. I love listening to John Williams, anything Star Wars, Superman.
Right.
I love the RoboCop scores. So I love listening to musical scores. When I'm driving as well. Yeah.
Oh, dude, when I saw RoboCop the other week for the first time, that score was awesome.
Yes, yes.
But I remember the other day, just a very quick story, and then Jamie, I want to hear what your music you're into, because that's going to be interesting. I was driving to the supermarket, and I was listening to the Batman theme from Michael Giacchino from the movie. Yeah. And as soon as I was like wanting to rev my engine, like I was getting in this.
You're in the Batmobile.
What? It does, man. It gets you hyped. Yeah.
It does. And then I parked up, and then I remembered, I'm actually going food shopping right now.
Slinging cereal boxes in the car. I'm vengeance. Like, Mike, what's wrong with you? I'm vengeance.
Yeah, it's channeling my inner Robert Pattinson.
Yeah.
Just not the sparkly bits.
Oh god.
Oh,
But
man.
Jamie Lee, what about you? What music do you like?
Same thing. I listen to like everything really, but apart from dance, I don't really like, the techno sort of stuff. But my favorites, we have, I don't know if you have him over in the States or in the UK, but Guy Sebastian, Taylor Swift, Bruno Mars, Bryan Adams. I love Nas, love Eminem. So like a bit of everything really. Yeah.
Not really. Shoot, high five. Shit, that's one of my favorite artists, man.
Who's that? Which one?
You said not like Nas from New York? Nas? Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love Nas.
Cool.
Yeah.
We cool. That's one of my top MC. That's one of my favorite MCs ever.
Nice.
So we cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. One Mic is probably my favorite. Well, not my favorite song, but definitely.
We cool. We cool.
Yeah, we good, Rashad.
Cool.
I got you.
Cool.
Yeah, he's like, he doesn't get played often here because he's not very big, but he did come here once and I watched him in this like really small, it's like a theater basically, and they turned it into like a concert place because obviously he's not big over here at all. And yeah, so I was like pretty close up when I saw him, and oh man, it was heaven. It was just so good. Yeah. This little like fat little white girl like rapping. Front row, like all these, gangster guys hanging out. It was good. Good fun.
Hey, love is love. But I live in Florida, and Nas does not get any love in Florida either. Like, Nas, well, because he's really New York, say New York, up north and the south are like two different sounds, so Nas represents up north in New York. And down here in the South, it's more about, the loudness of the music and the bass and, not so much the lyrics, because Nas, he's a lyricist. You know what I'm saying? Like his lyrics are
probably
deep.
The best,
and,
yeah.
Yeah, and they don't like deep lyrics down here in the South. It's all about booty shaking music down here. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing.
Wow.
Yeah, right.
Mike's like, wow, really? Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy. It is? It's crazy though, just like the music, like in different countries or like cultures and stuff as well. Like the contrast is just insane.
Well, just here in the U.S. by itself, like even the West Coast. The West Coast has its own sound, the South has its own sound, and New York has its own sound. So if you take New York stuff and go to Cali, you might get booed off stage. Like, man, we don't want to hear that up north stuff, and vice versa. If you take stuff from Cali and bring it to New York, you're like, man, get that West Coast stuff out of here. So it's funny, just so within our little country, it's just so many different regions and different, cultures within, like subcultures within the culture. So it's crazy. Yeah.
Wow.
Like your country, it's so divided, isn't it?
Very, very divided. Yeah. Very.
That's not insulting. That's just like stating the obvious.
Nah. It's true. It's what it is. Yeah. Very divided. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I agree. It just made me laugh. That's all.
Yeah. I mean, shoot, like when I was in high school, because I went to school in New York, and when I was in high school, I was really into Ice Cube and Snoop and Dre, like guys from the West Coast, but I couldn't play that in school. Like I had to be in the closet with it. So if I came to school listening to Cube or Dre, man, get that shit out of here, man. we don't listen to that here. So I had to like listen to it like on my own, like in silence, because you would get clowned on. Yeah.
Wow, that's
crazy. It's just what it is, man.
That's crazy. But well, I honestly loved hearing your opinions. And Adam, thank you so much for the question. It was an awesome question. We got Trevor here saying, "Hi guys, tuning in from England." So hey, Trevor, hope you're doing good. I'm also from the UK. Got Jim Lee from Australia and Rashad from America. So thank you for tuning in, man. Hope you're doing good. Ryan asks, "What's a movie that you would like to see a sequel of?"
Ooh.
I don't know if I've got one personally top of my head. What I would say though is if they can give it the good enough treatment as they've recently done with Top Gun Maverick, I would like to see a sequel of anything of that magnitude if they can do it like that. Right.
Sequel. You know what? I would love to see a sequel to the movie Upgrade, because I feel like Upgrade didn't get enough recognition that it should have. Like to me, Upgrade was what Venom should have been. You know what I mean? Because Venom came out the same year, but Venom got all the recognition and the accolades. Well, not so much accolades, but got all the, got all the praise. But yeah, Upgrade, the way Upgrade ended, I'm like, yo, I want to see where this goes, and they never went back to it.
Right. Yeah, I rewatched that movie like a couple of weeks ago with my partner, and it was the first time watch for her, and it's a good movie.
So good, yeah.
Right. So I would like to see a sequel of that. Yeah, with you. Jim Lee, what about you?
I can't think of one off the top of my head. Again, I don't really watch a lot of movies as it is, but Yeah, I really like the firsts of everything. So I think, when they start adding more and more and more, I get like, oh, the first one was the best. And I feel like I'm judging it a lot. So yeah, I can't really say. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that's fair. The thing is, most of the time the first movie is the best.
Yeah.
But you've got like we could list loads, but like just quick ones like Terminator or like Top Gun, for example. Like Top Gun Maverick, I think the most recent one that was just awesome. So yeah, no, I get where you're coming from.
I'll say where you say the sequels that surpassed the original.
Yeah.
Okay, so you thought Maverick was better than the original Top Gun?
Yeah.
Well, that's fair. That's fair. I'm just biased, I will agree Maverick is the better movie, but I just have a soft place in my heart for that first Top Gun movie, man. It's so 80s and so cheesy, and I love it.
Right. Yeah, and the strange thing is with Top Gun Maverick is a friend who I went with to see the new Top Gun. His favorite movie is the original Top Gun.
Mm-hmm.
And he's basically from the 80s as well, but he thought Maverick was better.
Yeah. So. No, well, yeah, it is a better movie. It is a better movie, yeah, I can't argue with that.
Yeah. Well, we've got our Busy Aussie Family Part 2 that says, my favorite movie is Point Break. When it came out on VHS, I watched it so much that I actually broke the tape. Luckily, the DVD had come out, and then so I bought the DVD. Yeah, the original Point Break. Awesome. The remake, we don't talk about.
Nah, I would never subject myself to the remake now. But Point Break itself is crazy. I love Point Break.
Yeah. Yeah, the original's fantastic. That new one, what an abomination. Trav says you're the man, Z. Well, thanks, man. Appreciate that. Don't know about that, but thank you. Yeah. Tyler says Miss Marvel is awesome. The ending style is great, and the main actress is so natural in her performance. She's going to be a huge star in the MCU. Nice. Jamie, do you agree with that?
100%. Yeah, I've already talked to Tyler about this, how much I love this show. She's, I don't know, she's just so likable. She's very sweet. She's very sarcastic, and none of it seems like fake or forced. I like her. I like the series. Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, I think it's been getting good reception. So I'm definitely intrigued.
Maybe from not, your demographic, but yeah.
Well, to be honest though, I like kind of like say like teen-based movies or series and stuff. I have watched a few before. I'm open to watching anything as long as it's good.
Yeah, well, I think you will appreciate Miss Marvel. I think you should give it a try. You're not really a Marvel person, are you, though? You like DC better, don't you?
Oh, I prefer DC. But I still watch like everything that's on for Marvel. So, yeah.
Right.
I like
you should watch it.
It's just, I don't know. It's just for me, like, and I spoke about this the other day on the stream. Like, just personally for me, like, I prefer DC because I prefer more of the serious takes on the movies.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas Marvel, I think, is too comedy a lot of the time, and a lot of it's forced.
Yeah, but it's like they have to put comedy in. Like even something like Doctor Strange, where it's kind of like a horror movie, they can't help themselves. Even as boring as Eternals was, they still had to slip that comedy in there. Some, even though I can't remember where they put it in there, because I slept in most
because it was so dumb.
Yeah. Like dang, like not everything has to have that Marvel comedy to it, man. You can give us a serious film sometimes.
Right. Right. Yeah, and that, like I think that probably one of the best things in Marvel's balanced that out recently is probably Moon Knight.
Do we have to talk about this crap again?
No, we don't have to talk about Moon Knight, but
I hate Moon Knight.
Yeah, I think Rashad, you weren't a fan either, right?
I was trying, saying I gave it a fair shake. I really tried because I wanted to get into the character because Perez was really passionate about it. I think Moon Knight is one of Perez's favorite characters, so he was really trying to sell me on it. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna give it a chance. First episode, I'm like, I don't know what's going on. Second episode was actually pretty cool. I said, okay, I think I'm gonna like this. Third episode, I slept through. I slept through episode 4 or 5, and then I never finished it after that. Yeah. I know Jimmy like Rashad's always go to sleep. Yeah, Liz, that's the litmus test. That's how you know if something's gonna be good or not. If I fall asleep on you, you're trash. Okay.
I wish I had fallen asleep. Put myself out of that misery. Like, oh my gosh. Episode 5 was great, I must say. Like, episode 1 was pretty good. It got me a little bit interested, and then I was lost. I was like, what is going on? And I was
Yeah.
just so pissed off that, like, oh, sorry, I'm going to probably get into a big rant here, but why did we not meet Jake? Like, we got 6 episodes, like, learning about Steven, which is great because I loved Steven as a character. He was so, like, cute and clumsy and sweet. But, like, where's Jake? How can you end that? And there's not going to be a season 2, maybe, supposedly, who knows? I think there will be, but why did we get 6 episodes with Steven and then nothing on this guy? Like, he was literally in, like, the what do you call the thing at the end there? Like 2 minutes at the end. And it was like,
Right.
hey, here's this other guy. Here's this other personality. Like, yeah, they were trying to promote, or not promote, but like raise awareness for like his condition and the multiple personalities. And we only learn about like Mike and Mark. Sorry, Mike. You're on my mind, Mike. Mark and Steven. So it's like, oh, who's this other guy? And how can you just throw him into like other Marvel like movies or series in the future if we know nothing about him?
Right.
And that made me angry. That, and I was really bored. It was boring. And I thought I would be interested in, you know, like the mythology and like all the ancient Egypt stuff, but I wasn't. It was boring.
So let me ask you, so did it baffle you that, okay, now being that you felt how you felt about it, do you see other reviewers that like Moon Knight, man, mind blowing.
It was so good.
This is the best show Marvel's ever done. My mind is blown. Like, did we watch the same show?
Yes. Like, yes. I've literally talked to people and they're like, oh, like that was the best episode. And I watched it and I was like, okay, something's wrong with me clearly because that was shit.
I didn't get it. Like one of them, I thought it was a fever dream because I dozed off and I woke up and I saw this talking hippo. And I'm like, I thought I was out of it. I'm like, okay, I must have took some bad shit because why am I seeing a hippo in front of me talking? It scared me a little bit. Yeah, I thought I was losing it. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. No, I you know what it is? I'm just going to say I agree with both of you. I think it had potential. I think like the Egyptian setting was awesome. Like the whole just premise of like being set in Egypt. I was like, wow, I'm on board. But like that end of that episode, like the last episode, Jimmy, what you were saying about Jake, I was just like, so this is meant to be like your big cliffhanger to get people excited to talk about it. And it's just like, nah. Not for me. So, yeah.
I was saying to Tyler though that I read somewhere, or somebody said it to me, I don't know where it came from, but that they actually called it a season finale at the start, and then they changed it to season finale to series, or it was the other way around, series finale, and now
it's from series to season.
Yeah, so that, you know, it gave you, it makes us think that there's going to be another season now, you know, like they changed the wording of that. So I'm assuming there's going to be another season, even though that they were like at the start, like, oh, it's only one or whatever. But there'll be more. I mean, there needs to be more because that didn't make any sense to me. Sorry,
you know,
it didn't.
You know, I think like what you're saying, Jimmy, about being like the season finale instead of series. I think it's more just the fact like Disney know if they put something out Marvel related, people's going to watch it anyway.
Yeah, that's right.
So, yeah. Get where you come from. Travis says Point Break was awesome. Love the original, not seen the remake. Don't. And our busy Aussie says there's no way that they'll watch the remake. Yeah, don't blame me. Adam says my streams are my favorite to be part of. Well, thank you, man. All right.
Hell yeah. I second that.
Awesome. Well, thank you. Yeah, it's been a while since I've had you on stream. So Rashad's an OG, was on the first ever Z Talks, actually a year ago, basically today. So
wow, it's been that long?
We've come a long way, my friend.
Wow. I can't believe it's been that long, man.
I know, right?
Getting old.
Same here. Tyler says Eternals is not that crappy. I think you watched a different movie.
Yeah, shush, Tyler.
Like Josh is saying, my sister fell asleep in Eternals, and I don't blame her. It's so bad.
Yeah. It's stoinked.
Pretty much. Our busy Aussie says, "Okay, guys, sorry, it's 7 a.m. here in Australia, so I need to get ready for a great conversation." Yeah. Well, thanks so much.
Hi.
I really appreciate it. We've got quite a few more comments. Trav says, "I like the Eternals. I just didn't feel like MCU." Yeah, I get where you come from a little bit with that. It felt completely out of place until like another movie, 6 movies down the line, eventually like wraps into it.
The best way to describe the Eternals is like getting a really good cut of meat and just putting it on the grill and cooking it and don't even season it. You know, I mean, all the elements are there. All the elements are there. It is very well made. You know what I'm saying? It visually looks beautiful, but
Right.
it had when you bite into it, it's bland as
got no
hell.
taste.
It's got no flavor.
Right.
Yeah, that's the best way I can describe it.
Yeah, I think I've got to agree with that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tyler says, "Love you guys." Well, love you too, Tyler.
Yeah,
Not your opinion on Eternals, but I love you in general, though. Boxer Nevig says, "Hello, all. Well, hello, man. Hope you're doing well." He says, "What are you guys' current favorite movies of the year? My top 3 are Everything Everywhere All at Once, The Batman, and Top Gun Maverick."
Oh, bro, I think that's perfect.
Perfect. I've got to agree. Yeah, those are my top 3. But my favorite of the year is The Batman.
The Batman so far, yeah. It's tough. I mean, I never got to review everything all at once. But yeah, that movie was freaking bananas. Like that was kind of like what the Multiverse of Madness should have been. You know what I'm saying? As far as multiverse stuff goes. Yeah, I loved it, man. That's a good ass list. I kind of flip flop between the Batman and Maverick as far as my favorite so far. I'm flip flopping between those two.
Right. I think it's tough because they're both such good movies, but they're so different.
Awesome. Yeah.
Right. Jamie, what about you? What's your favorite movie or movies of the year so far you've seen?
As I said, I feel like a broken record saying this, but I don't watch a lot of movies. I liked Doctor Strange. I love Wanda. So that for me was probably, right at the top. And then obviously the Batman. But I don't know, it might be like unpopular opinion or whatever. But the Batman was a bit long for me. Like my attention span's a bit short, and 3 hours was a little bit long, especially when like I kind of know the story already. I've played like the Batman games and a lot of that was in this. So like it was beautiful, don't get me wrong, and I really did like Robert Pattinson, but I don't know, not that I was bored, but I don't know, it was long, let's say that. But it was great. But I love Doctor Strange. I thought that was really good.
So I guess the Godfather was not going to be on your queue anytime soon.
No, I'm with Mike. No.
Nah.
Yeah, no. I've got such a long list, Rashad. You know, like everyone just keeps adding to it. And I'm like, oh, but my series.
that's definitely one of those you guys see before you die. You have to say that you've watched The Godfather at least once. You know,
I feel like that's totally not something I would enjoy. There's no teenage drama. Is there love in it? Like, come on, I need some love.
There's love.
It's family love. Yes, it's family love. It's about family and unity.
I need romance. Give me the romance.
It doesn't last long, but there is romance. Okay, there's romance until 1.5 of that romance gets blown up in the car. But other than that, there is romance in the movie.
Spoilers.
Spoilers.
Yeah.
Hey, you asked for romance. He told you there was romance.
Yeah. Very
Josh says, "I'm a defender of Pain and Gain. To be fair, he's got a soft spot for it. He said it's a bad movie, but he likes it."
I love Pain and Gain. I love. That's The Rock's like best performance ever.
I think it's definitely up there in his top 3.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like that neighborhood watch scene is like the funniest shit ever. Like when he was doing cocaine behind and he was just sitting there just like, yeah, bad guys are everywhere. I've been to prison and it sucked. You know, I'm like, yo, that shit was hilarious.
Yeah, I definitely think it's one of his better performances he's ever done. Yeah. And I like that movie as well. So I get where you're coming from. Josh also says the director of Blonde, the Marilyn Monroe movie, is basically called every movie terrible compared to Blonde, which is bad sportsmanship.
Oh wow!
Well, that's going to be interesting. If it's one way to like talk the talk, but walking the walk's different. Mm-hmm. So we'll wait and see. Trevor says, speaking of Netflix, have you seen they are doing a reality TV series of the show? No, killing people.
No. Oh, are you talking about Squid Games?
Yeah, I've seen that.
Oh.
Yeah, there was a big thing here in Australia recently that they were doing a reality TV series on that. And I was like, so people are signing up to die? Like, I don't understand. I don't know what was going on there.
Not.
Yeah. So I think online right now, wherever you are, whether it's America, UK, wherever, and they've got a website and you can apply to be on like the reality version of Squid Games.
How does that work? Wow. Like what?
I don't know. I don't know if they're going to do something where they'll set something up in like each country have, I don't know, say like have 400 56 people in each country battle it out, and maybe say the
What
top.
do you mean by battle it out, though? Because they died.
No, like when they do challenges on the show.
Dumb.
I mean, I don't know if they're going to maybe get like everyone from every country and then put them all into like one thing, because I think I've heard whoever wins gets like a big boatload of money as a prize. So I don't know what they're doing. I just saw the ad for it.
Yeah. That sounds a little out there.
Right. Trav said
yes.
About 80s metal music.
Yes, sir. AC/DC, Bon Jovi, love all that stuff, man. Kiss, I'm a huge Kiss fan.
Nice.
Yeah.
I've been slowly starting to get into more of like metal music.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not huge on it, but some of it I don't mind.
Come on, you got to channel your inner Johnny Lawrence, man. You gotta get into the hair
rock.
metal, the 80s rock, man. That's the best.
Right. I agree. Yeah, like the songs they use in Cobra Kai is awesome.
Yes.
So,
and that's just the tip of the iceberg, man. Like, because my older cousin put me on. My older cousin, he's a big metalhead, and he put me on to like all that stuff, man. And yeah, it's great. The 80s stuff, nothing like it. Mm-hmm.
Nice. Yeah, and I want to try and get caught talking about Cobra Kai, but we're already an hour and a half in, so I don't know if I have to do a different stream, but we'll see.
What a shame.
Okay.
And we've got a lot of comments. I'll quickly get through the comments and we'll talk about it.
Yeah, no, I'm loving this.
Vox says, No Time to Die has a badass score. I'm not a huge Bond fan, but the movie got me pumped. Yeah, just don't go listen to the soundtrack while driving your car to the supermarket. And Trav says, no, he says, Mike, admit that you listen to your car, listen to Power of Love. No, I actually don't. Ooh. No, it's a good song, but I've heard it too much, and I don't like the
awesome song.
Different music.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you for the question. The Riley Show says hi. So hey, Riley Show.
Hi, Riley.
Good.
All right.
I like comedies, but most honestly, have seen many from other genres. Yeah, I think you've got to be open to like movies and TV and like different genres because you like a bit of everything, really. Pete says, I didn't mind the Eternals, but certainly not Marvel's best. Yeah, definitely on the bottom. OJ says, sorry, Rashad, when I commented, it was only Mike and Jamie on the screen, but he says hello.
All right.
I think it's when you cut out.
All right, salute.
Yeah, well, hey, AJ, well, thank you for tuning in, man, and thank you for giving Rashad some love. Definitely deserves it. Go subscribe to him if you haven't already. Oh, yeah, okay. So Pete asks a question here. This is a good one. So what is, I'm assuming, what's an actor or an actress you can't stand? So I think I said this on the stream the other day, but I don't like Melissa McCarthy. So you guys? Yeah.
First actor comes to mind is Matthew Broderick. I've never liked Matthew Broderick. He has the most punchable face ever. I really don't like him. I used to hate Ben Affleck. Yeah, it took me years to finally, accept Ben Affleck as an actor, but I couldn't stand that guy, especially when he did Daredevil. Because Daredevil's one of my favorite superheroes, and he just ruined it. So for years, he was on my celebrities that I want to fight list. I made a list back in the day called celebrities that I want to fight, and he was one of them. Yeah, he was one of them.
Wow.
Yeah.
Rashad, that's a long list.
I reckon that's a long list.
Yeah, I tell you, he used to be okay. Kanye West used to be on the top of that list. Kanye West and Lil Wayne were on the top of my list.
Lil Wayne?
Celebrities that I wanted to fight. I can't stand Lil Wayne. I can't stand him.
Oh man.
His voice needs lotion. You ever hear him talk?
Yes. I can't believe it.
Oh man, it's like when you ash, you have to add lotion. Like his voice needs lotion. It's like whenever he talks, he just talks with a real mumble like this, and I just Cash Money Records. I just like open your mouth and talk. What is wrong with you?
Oh my gosh, that impression.
God. Yeah.
Shit.
Jamie, you're just getting introduced to Rashad's impressions.
Oh, so good. So good. I mean, I thought the Rock one was pretty good, but Lil Wayne.
Oh man, like his face is like a balled up fist. Like I can't stand Lil Wayne, man.
Oh,
but you know what it is, Rashad? I want to see that fight with Rocky as the referee.
Yes, please. that'll be a dream come true. Oh man,
love it. Jamie, what about you? Do you have any actors or actresses you don't like from your TV show?
Probably a whole long list. I mean, in Stranger Things alone, I don't like. What's the brother's name? Jonathan. I don't like him as an actor. I think he's really bland, really boring. But like in the whole picture, the girl who plays in that chess one, and everyone really likes her. She's the blonde girl. She's got like really. I don't like her.
Anya Taylor-Joy?
Anya, that's it. Yeah, no, not a fan of her.
Oh wow!
I think there's probably a whole lot because I'm like really picky, but I don't know.
Damn.
No, that's interesting.
I hear that.
Oh, I think you and Rashad's got a big fight list.
Yeah, I wouldn't fight them, but I'm like, do better. I'll leave that to Rashad. I'll be like, my friend's gonna beat you up.
Yeah, bring it. As long as they don't know MMA, bring it.
As long as they're not from Cobra Kai, you reckon?
Yeah, if they know Cobra Kai, then we ain't doing it.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna need a separate stream for Rashad's fight list. I want to hear about that.
Like an hour-long video of I hate this person and this person has a crap face. Open your fucking mouth.
Yeah.
With an impression as each person he wants to fight as well. That's what I want. Pete's asking, what's your favorite remake? Oh.
Favorite remake. I say I say best remake has got to be The Fly. Either The Fly or The Thing. So The Fly 1986 is a remake of a 1958 movie of the same name, The Fly, and the remake was way better. Okay, like light years better. If you've seen The Fly with Jeff Goldblum, any of y'all seen that?
Yeah, I've seen that one, but I've never seen the original, so I can't compare it.
Okay. Yeah, well, it's leaps and bounds better than the original. And then The Thing, the Kurt Russell thing, the John Carpenter one from 82.
Yeah.
That's a remake from a 1950s movie as well. By the same name.
I've seen the Kurt Russell one, but not the original one.
Yeah.
But I like both of those movies, The Fly and The Thing. They're awesome.
Mm-hmm. So off the top of the dome, I think those are the two of the best remakes ever because everybody remembers the remakes, but nobody remembers the originals.
Right. Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah, I agree. I didn't even know about the original, so it's news to me.
Yeah, no doubt.
Fox says, well, Jamie, I know you don't really watch movies, so I didn't know if you had an opinion on that one.
I would have taken the easy way out and said Beauty and the Beast because it was great as an original animated series, but yeah, I love Beauty and the Beast, so I really like that recent one that they did.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, so you're saying that the live action was better than the OG, the animated one? I liked it, yeah. Yeah. And that's one of my things I could have added to the music thing too, because that's definitely on my playlist. The soundtrack for that. So yeah, I don't know. I love Beauty and the Beast. Yeah. You
didn't like it?
I did not.
You fell asleep?
No. I actually I watched it and I somewhat dug it, but the Beast to me didn't feel like the Beast. You know what I'm saying? Like in the animated movie, the Beast was like really like on the exterior, he was like really menacing and mean, but the whole Beauty and the Beast story, but this Beast didn't feel menacing. He felt like he was too much of a gentleman. I'm like, they didn't really.
Maybe that's why I liked it.
Really? But that just goes against the whole contrast of he was like this ogre and then she touched his heart and then he changed and the whole arc. The new Beast really didn't have an arc. He was just a gentleman throughout.
I don't think it's really gentlemanly, like kidnapping somebody's like dad, but
yeah.
Like he's not really too much of a gentleman. Like, hey, meet the parents. Let's lock him up in a fucking dungeon. Like, yeah.
No, well, yeah, that's true. But I mean, I'm just saying as far as with her, because in the animated movie, like you thought he was gonna eat her, and not in a good way. But in the remake is like, you got no sense that he was a danger at all.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Gotcha.
Yeah. Well, I've never seen either, so I can't comment.
You haven't watched Beauty and the Beast? Beauty and the
Beast, what's wrong with
you? It is like the greatest. Oh man,
I've heard good things. I've just never seen them.
Well, if you get a daughter, you have no choice but to watch it. Okay,
yes.
When you have a little girl, Listen, I had to watch Beauty and the Beast, Little Mermaid. I had to watch Hannah Montana. All right, so my knowledge of girl-based shows and movies is crazy.
But the Beauty and the Beast one is like definitely is my favorite, because it's not about like, you know, she wants to be a princess and things like that. Like, she's a very smart girl. She reads books. She's just so normal. And, you know, it's about romance. It's not about, you know, like Little Mermaid. She like falls in love with a guy, you know, from the land. And I don't know. It's just all about like the girls like chasing the guy and wanting to be a princess and stuff. And yeah, Beauty and the Beast is different to that. And I really like it. Different message for little girls, I guess.
I love Beauty and the Beast. Of course, I can't go to my friends and be like, "Yo, yeah, Beauty and the
Beauty and the Beast is so
crazy,
good."
Son. You know, I have to turn on my man card, but by myself, I love Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah, you're pumping up like Gaston soundtrack and things like that.
Yeah. Come on, man, stop playing.
I can imagine Rashad just driving down the freeway with Beauty and the Beast soundtrack
playing in the background.
But as soon as the car pulls up, it's his 80s metal.
Yeah.
He turns it down at the stoplight.
I have to change it real quick. Like, yeah. You know, like, yeah, that's right. As soon as I drive up, be my guest, be your guest.
Yes. Oh my gosh, I love it.
That's brilliant.
Oh shit.
I'm gonna have to watch it.
Yeah, definitely, for sure. But you gotta put that in your queue.
Definitely
will. We've got Fox Nervic says, what are you guys' favorite Marvel or DC movies? For me, Marvel would be Infinity War and DC would be Watchmen.
Good picks.
Good picks. I've got some off the top of my head, but I don't know if you guys want to go first.
Well, for Marvel, for me, it's Infinity War and that first Avengers. Like that OG Avengers was just so, like, you know, kind of like with Star Wars. You know what I'm saying? When Star Wars first came, even though some of the sequels were better, but that first one was just so impactful. And that's how I felt about that first Avengers movie, seeing your favorite heroes on the screen for the first time. Like that circle shot, we have Hulk, Captain America, and Thor, and Black Widow, and Hawkeye in the same shot. Lost my mind when I first saw that. So, so I say Infinity War, first Avengers, and for DC, if you're talking about the new wave of DC movies, I would have to say probably say Man of Steel.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, I really like Man of Steel. But if you're talking about DC overall, Superman 2.
Wow.
Yeah.
The Donner cut or the
theatrical cut. Cut, yeah. I wasn't a big fan of the Donner cut.
No, wow, okay.
Nah.
Okay, man, that's some good choices. What about you, Jamie, from the Marvel and DC movies you've seen?
I think Infinity War is probably like my second favorite movie ever. So yeah, I would say Infinity War. I don't really watch a lot of DC. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. Can't really comment on that. But yeah, definitely Infinity War. I like Marvel better. So like a lot of Marvel. We've talked about it before, Mike, with, you know, Ragnarok. That's pretty high up there. But yeah, I don't know, Infinity War.
Get you. No, it's good choices. And Rashad, yours is very interesting as well. I did not expect that. So
to Man of Steel.
Yeah, no, well, both Man of Steel and Superman. Yeah. Really surprised.
I love Superman.
Well, I say I'm not huge on them, so I don't know. I think for me, I would say DC. If we're talking about some of the older stuff, Dark Knight trilogy, or Batman Begins, a Dark Knight for me. If we're talking about the newer DC, the Batman.
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't think I could use that answer twice, so I was like, oh.
Right. No.
But that would definitely be up there.
And,
listen, I forgot about the Dark Knight trilogy. Wow. So, I got scrap. Okay, scrap Man of Steel. Yeah, scrap Man of Steel. Yeah, the Dark Knight. Yeah, the Dark Knight for sure.
Right.
Yeah.
For sure. And I think for Marvel, I would say I love the first Captain America movie. And I would say Infinity War is definitely, but one of my favorite Marvel movies I've rewatched 4 times now is No Way Home. For me, I just love that conclusion. So I don't know. Nice. I think we're gonna have to go through like decades if we truly went into it.
Okay. Well, I want to ask a question real quick. I gotta ask both of y'all the best Batman, not the best Batman movie, but your favorite Batman. Like who is your Batman?
I really like Robert Pattinson, and I know that's like probably unpopular opinion, and maybe it's because he's so like fresh and I've watched it like the most recent. But yeah, I really liked him. Yeah.
Okay.
No, I think Rob Pattinson's awesome. Like, a lot of people was really not liking this Bruce Wayne, but I like that he's not just a playboy. He's like an actual guy who's going through real emotions.
Yeah, and that's how I know the Batman is like this emo kid, you know, like real bratty and like my parents are dead, and I don't know. I don't know. I thought he played it really well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Have you guys watched Titans on like series Titans?
Nah, not yet. Nah, I heard it was good though. I haven't watched it yet.
There's a lot of like criticism about the Batman in that, and again, I liked him because he's just different. Like, I don't know.
Right.
Well, I'm gonna have to agree with y'all. Yeah. For years I've been saying Keaton and Bale, but listen, I gotta call a spade. I shit on Robert Pattinson for years, that whole sparkly vampire thing. But listen, I gotta call a spade. I think he is the best Batman. I think he is the definitive Batman, from the look, the jaw, just the detective work, the everything, man. He is Batman. Yeah.
I think a lot of people were just like judgy at the start because they're like, oh, vampire, like sparkly, and they just hated on like Robert for that. But yeah, I don't know. I thought he did it
the
well.
damn thing. Yeah, he did it well. I mean, and I never thought I would say that because Christian Bale was so great, but I'm like, yo, Bale got to take a back seat, man. You know. I mean, if it wasn't for the voice, well, if Bale didn't do that voice, you know, maybe I could have accepted him more. But it seemed like each movie, Bale's voice got worse. Like, because, Mike, you know what I'm talking about, man. Batman Begins, it wasn't that bad. Batman Begins, it was like, I'm Batman. And then by the second movie, I'm not wearing hockey pads. And I'm like, God, Jesus.
So cringy.
Why, man? Yeah, why? And then by the third movie, just straight up, I'm Batman. I must stop you. Why are you talking like that? And even when he's by himself, okay, there's nobody around. You can use your regular voice now.
Do you think that's what Lil Wayne does? Rashad talks in a normal voice when he's
no. Wayne is so drugged out of his mind. He's just like that 24/7.
You don't know what's up. Yeah,
you don't know what's up with him. I hate to be the person at the drive-thru taking his order. Like, yes, welcome to McDonald's. Can I help you? Yeah, I like that 6-piece nugget meal. What can you speak up? I sound like a 6-piece nugget meal with a fudge drink. Yo, somebody, I can't understand what he's saying.
Oh, you're killing me.
Man, it's funny.
Oh, God. Yeah. F that guy.
But Rashad, to answer your question, for me, mine's a tie between Bale and Pattinson. I can't decide. I really can't. I like them both for different reasons. But I think Pattinson's a very strong contender. So I agree with you both.
Sure.
But yeah, just let everyone know who's watching right now. We've been going for like an hour 47. We've been going longer than thought. So we're going to go and just get to like the 2-hour mark, another 10 minutes, and then we'll be wrapping up. So, but I wanted to thank everyone so far who's been tuning in. The viewer Drew says, what's your movie of every year in the 2010s decades? Tell me if you guys agree. Logan is the best movie of 2017, Mission Impossible of 2018, and Joker 19.
Yeah, Logan was good.
I think that's a good list. I think that's a tough question for me personally. I'm not sure about yourself, Rashad and Jamie, but I think that's a tough list to answer unless I personally looked into every movie of 2018, 2019.
Yeah, I've got a bad memory. So.
Yeah. I think the ones highlighted though, I like all three of them. So yeah.
You know what? I'm kind of embarrassed by 2017 just because that's when I first started my YouTube channel. So I started my channel back in March of 2017. So by December, I put together a top 10 of 2017, and I went back and looked at it, and it was terrible. Oh my God! Like, all right, number one, I had Last Jedi for 2017. Okay, this is back when I had Last Jedi number one. I had Justice League at number 10. Okay, shame on me. All right, I think Logan was like number 4. I think I had Ragnarok at like number 2. I'm embarrassed, but now. Through older, more experienced eyes, I gotta say Logan, it's probably the best of 2017, followed by Get Out. 2018, I would say Infinity War and Upgrade. Those are my two favorites. And then 2019, Dolomite Is My Name, and Joker I did put at number 2 on my list. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, and I think as I say, I think it's one of those things that's like, as we continue to do YouTube, our opinion changes so much. Even for all, like Jamie, I'm sure you have like favorite TV, and then all of a sudden the new series comes along, and you're like, wow, that's my favorite.
That's my new favorite. Yeah.
Right. But yeah, thank you for the question, no, Drew, and also answer Rashad. I haven't seen Dolomite Is My Name, but you've got me intrigued.
Oh yeah, definitely check it out, man. Look, I got Jacob Martin watched it, and he liked it so much he went and watched the original Dolomite, which what it was based off of. And if you know anything about Dolomite, that's one of those movies where you're either gonna love it or you hate it. Yeah.
I think I've seen your review. I saw his review on it. So yeah, you've got me intrigued, my man. So hit me up, drop me a message, so don't forget.
Okay.
The viewer Drew says just sub to In the Front Row. So awesome, Drew. Thank you. And Rashad G. So awesome.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Good.
Thank you very much. And Trav says yes, Rashad, Man of Steel's underrated.
Yes, very underrated.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
And he says, and those people never watched any of Pattinson's other roles. Pattinson is one of my favorite actors. Yeah, in the last couple of years, he's done some terrific roles. So I agree. And he says, yes, Rashad, there's a scene near the end of Dark Knight. He's literally talking to Lucius Falcone alone, and he's still using the voice.
Exactly, man. Like, why? Like, why are you doing that? You know, because it makes more sense with Batfleck, right? With Ben Affleck, he had a voice modulator, so it made sense why you talked the way. But to purposely, be like, hey, what are you doing? And like the fact that you can turn it off and on when you want to, why not turn it off when you know there's nobody around that can, you know what I'm saying? Like, it just makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, why you just gotta continue to talk like this? Just be like, hey man, so you want to go get a burger or something? Yeah, like, you know what I mean? Right. This doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I agree. Definitely a plot hole. For sure. I agree. So firstly we've got Pete saying Pattinson was great in Tenet. Yeah,
I've never seen Tenet.
No.
Yeah, like I say, like Pattinson's been great in his like most recent roles. Like after Twilight, I'm not dissing on Twilight, but after then, he's like really showcased what he can do. Whereas I think in Twilight, he probably did great for the time, but he was like limited to that role, or everyone knew him for that. I think like another guy who's kind of breaking out of that recently is like Daniel Radcliffe. He's starting to kind of break out of just being Harry Potter, but and Peter says fantastic stream. Well, thanks, man. I hope you're doing good. Very quickly, Trav says very curious on Rashad's review of Tenet.
I heard that movie's like very confusing. Like most what's his name? What's the director's name? Like a lot of Nolan films, they're kind of non-linear, kind of here and there and all over the place a little bit. So I might give it a shot. I have to be totally sober though. I can't have no alcohol in these. I know I'll
right
space out. Yeah,
definitely. And Tyler says he's off work now. So yeah, awesome, Tyler. Thanks for tuning in. And yeah, so basically we're going to wrap up this stream. But before we do, I did want to talk a little bit about Cobra Kai. So I just want to very quickly.
We've gone on way too long about other stuff.
Definitely.
Sorry.
No, don't apologize, because that just means that we'll do a separate stream dedicated solely just to Cobra Kai. Which I think
that's scary, but okay.
But very quickly, I just want to kind of end the stream and ask a question to both of you guys. Is what did you think of the Cobra Kai season 5 trailer? So
Loved it. I love Chosen, like the whole I'm Gasoline. I can't like watch that without thinking about like Nicki Minaj. I wanted to make a short on it, like the Nicki Minaj and was it David Guetta? And she's like my body up or whatever it's called, something like that. Yeah, and she's like, I'm fire, I'm gasoline or whatever. And I was like, oh my God, Chosen, like you are really Nicki Minaj in it right now. But, oh man, I'm really looking like, yes, I'm looking forward to seeing like Miguel and the like history with his dad there, which I must say I'm really glad that they're bringing up, because like with Denny, he didn't have a dad, he was single mom, and then Johnny, like we're starting to learn from season 1, that like he had like a tough life like with his stepdad and things like that. So I like that they're introducing like a father figure in this with Miguel, like because he's obviously like the next Karate Kid, so yeah, I like that they're going down that path. But God, I just want to see Chosen, like I'm really excited for that. Yeah.
Right.
Anyway, I could talk about it forever. Sorry, Rashad, you go.
Yeah. No, I see you blushing over there. Jeez, Chosen.
I mean, he's not even my favorite character, but I'm just so excited to see, where they go with him, you know, like he was fight till the death, you know, like that was his mentality, and like he's just changed so much. So I wonder if like Terry will bring that back out, and you know, he'll get that like real fighter back, or if he's just going to be, I don't know, different.
Yeah, listen, I never thought we'd be having this conversation about Chosen. Like, if you asked me 30 years ago that Chosen would still be a significant character, I'd be like, you're lying. Because because back then he was a one and done character. Like, he wasn't, even for the time, it was like, okay, we're still off of, you know, Johnny Lawrence, and Chosen was kind of like, okay, he was okay, but he's, you know, kind of forgettable. But I love what they did with this character. Yeah, that line, I'm gasoline, was like, yo, I was like, whoo.
Oh,
yes.
I said, Chosen ain't playing, man. You know, that trailer was epic. It got me excited. I'm ready to go. When it said September, that's when I really lost it. Like, yes, we ain't gotta wait till New Year's. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right. So, but don't get your hopes up. I don't think we're gonna get an actual showdown between Chosen and Terry. I think Terry's gonna get him deported back to Okinawa.
Dude, I've said before, I think I said it to you, Mike, and you were like, no fucking way. But I was like, he is going to die. Like his actual actor, he has a restaurant. I think it's over in Seattle. And like, he can't be away for long periods of time. Do you know what I mean? So I think they put him in this. At the end, they kill him off doing something honorable. And yeah, everybody keeps talking about like Julie Pierce coming back in. So I think, you know, something like that, or Mike Barnes, even if they kill off Chosen and, you know, introduce Mike Barnes for the next season, or Julie, or whatever's going to happen, I think, I don't know, it'll be worth it to me to see him for that short amount of time, even if it is only short.
Right. That would be dark if they killed him. I don't know. I mean,
he could get deported, like you said, but I don't know. Someone needs to die. I thought that.
Damn.
I feel like I say this in everything.
Someone's got to go.
What a bitch. Stranger Things. Will's got to die. You know, Chosen's got to die. All these people have to die.
But I'll tell you what. If they're going to kill anyone off in Cobra Kai, I hope it's LaRusso's son, Anthony. He can go.
Hate that kid.
No, they won't. Because they're setting up. Well, they're not setting up for. But like I feel. Yeah, the kids spin-off series and stuff, and he will lead that, you know, with what's the little young kid, Dallas? I forget his character name.
Kenny?
Kenny, yeah.
Yeah, and they've, you know, signed him up, and he was only in like, you know, one season, and they're like, yep, got him. So, you know, they're going to carry on the whole like kid side of it. So, I don't know. I'm excited to see that. And yeah, he's a little turd, but you know, he'll come through. He'll come good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys aren't feeling that. I know.
Under no circumstance. Under no circumstance will I ever root for that kid. Ooh.
I think you might change your mind. I reckon Chosen will take him under his wing because, like, Mr. Miyagi, like, obviously Sam had some sort of connection with him. She met him. And Anthony feels like out of the loop because he didn't meet Mr. Miyagi. He doesn't know about all this, like, traditional karate and things like that. So he's sort of, I don't know, outcasted for that. And, like, Denny's pretty freaking rude to, like, treat his kid like that because he's not interested. Like, he does put him on, like, the bench, you know. Not that it's all his dad's fault, but I don't know. I just feel like Chosen will sort of be what Mr. Miyagi was to Sam. I don't know. Whatever. Not that he was much because we didn't see the history with them, but you know, she's talked about Mr. Miyagi and the respect that she has for him. So I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I think you've both got some good points.
I'm clearly going way too far into this shit. Sorry. I like my favorite guy.
Don't worry about it. I don't think I would agree with Chosen getting killed, but I think like the deported route, like something like that could be sort of write him out, as you said, Jimmy. If he's got a restaurant, it would write him out the show. I mean, obviously Miguel's being signed up to do Blue Beetle, the DC movie coming out now, so I'm assuming, I don't know, maybe this season they're going to do something where they write him out temporarily while he's doing his filming or whatever he's doing.
I thought they did that with season 4, right? Or no?
No, because in season 4 he was in every episode, and
right.
In season 5 now he's gone to Mexico. So I think in the trailer the show, I see him and Robbie and Johnny wants them to get along, and they're like, no, we'll never be friends.
Right.
So I don't know if they'll maybe do something with Miguel to write him out temporarily. Because I think they're filming the Blue Beetle now, I think, or they have been filming. I don't know.
They need to somehow redeem Miguel, because I don't know about y'all, but to me, Miguel seemed like, excuse my French here, Miguel was kind of like a pussy in season 4, man. I don't know, because you look at season 1, and he started out as this nerd.
Back. He was paralyzed, for God's sake. Give the kid a break.
Yeah, he was bad, but then I don't know, he just got a little too mushy gushy with stuff. The whole, I don't know, man. But Miguel was like, season 1 ended with him being a badass, like from nerd to like, yo, Miguel is that guy. And then season 2, he kind of went back to being a nerd kind of. Then by season 4, he doesn't even want to fight no more. I'm like, bro, what happened to you? His hair got longer. He got a little prettier. You know what I'm saying? And he's all gushing over Sam again. I'm like, man, I said, what happened? Did your balls drop out? Like, come on, man.
Yeah, and I get where you're coming. I kind of get where you're coming from, though, because I feel like they built him up so well. And then obviously after that back injury, obviously you had to have time on the fence, and he was just recovering and get his confidence back. But then, like, at the end of season 3, like when he beats them up in the house, I was like, right, we've got Miguel back.
Yeah.
And season 4 was a little bit like he started taking a bit of the back seat. He's more like bothered about going to see his dad than actual fighting.
I liked that though. Like, again, we didn't see the whole father thing, and he has struggled with, like, both him and Robbie have struggled with the whole father thing, and like just the jealousy when Robbie comes around and sees Johnny talking to Miguel, and he feels like replaced as a son, and like Miguel would be feeling the same thing when Johnny was like, "I love you, Robbie." Like, he's fully crying his eyes out. Like, that's fucking sad, man.
It was.
Like,
it was.
Yeah, I like where they're heading with him. I don't think it's a pussy way out. I think it's a guy's natural thing to want to know their dad, and I don't know. Maybe I'm reading too much.
Okay, let's think about this. Okay, yes, that was sad when he cried them tears, like, when he said, "Okay, I love you too, Robbie." But let's not forget, Miguel turned his back on Johnny for most of this damn season, chasing after Daniel and that damn Miyagi-Do shit. All right, and chasing after Sam.
His options open.
No options, nothing, man. Johnny was there from day. Johnny was your day one. He was there when these kids beat you up over Pepto-Bismol. Okay, Daniel was nowhere to be found. Okay, Johnny was your day one. He even cooked a whole meal for you, with the manwich with the beef jerky in there.
But let's be clear about that. The only reason why Johnny stepped in there in the very first fight scene, where Johnny comes back after 30 years of fighting, is because they touched his car. It wasn't because he wanted to stand up for Miguel and protect this kid. That's not why he did it. They touched his fucking car. He's like, that's my car. So that's why he stepped in and fought, not because he wanted to protect Miguel.
I'll give you that. But
he's obsessed with his fancy ass car or whatever.
No, I give you that. But he did take a liking to the kid, and then he figured that okay, Miguel's being bullied, and okay, I'm gonna teach you the way of the fist.
Yeah,
you're gonna be my teacher. No, I'm gonna be your sensei.
Yeah,
sacrificed a lot. You know what I'm saying? And for Miguel to, I felt that, come on, Miguel, you forgot your roots, man. It's okay. It's okay to learn Miyagi-Do, but remember where you came from.
I personally think that in the trailer of season 5, you see that one clip of Robbie and Miguel fighting back at the apartments.
Right.
I think Miguel's going to Miyagi and Robbie's going to come to Eagle Fang. Because
another switcheroo.
well, they've built up Daniel and Miguel having this bond. So I think it only makes sense him going to it because he's realized, well, Johnny's more bothered about Robbie now.
Mm-hmm.
I do believe in the switch, but I think it's with Sam. I think Sam is going to be I don't know, and not necessarily
Cobra Kai.
No, I think she's going to go to Terry because she's super pissed off with the fact that and I think that she's going to be she's already pissed off with her mum. Her mum has her worst enemy or whatever, Tori, which I don't think is her worst enemy, is in her own house. Her mum's supporting her, her dad's supporting her. She feels already hurt because she lost to Tori, which she technically didn't. But, she's already hurt by that. Then she's hurt by the fact that her mum's basically choosing her enemy over her, or that's how she feels. And I just think she could easily get lured in by Terry or one of the new dojos, because there is going to be a female sensei now, you know what I mean? So that new girl, she's Aussie. Yeah. So I feel if she goes to Cobra Kai, imagine the tension between Terry and Denny then. That's where this big blow up will be, and Chosen will fight for Sam to come back or whatever. And that will be that tension. And then, yeah, I don't know. That's what I think anyway. There's gonna be
that would be the ultimate heel turn, like wrestling. Like that would be the ultimate heel. Sam going to Cobra Kai. Man, Daniel's gonna shit kittens, man.
He would. And I think that's what he needs to do, you know, because like he's not too interested in Anthony's storyline and where Anthony's going. So like he's super Sam, you gotta learn karate, and Sam, you gotta do it this way. And he was like pissed off when she learned, you know, Johnny's way, which to be fair, I think Johnny's way is fine. Like sure, the strike first stuff is not very good, but a bit of both never hurt anyone. So, you know, her learning from Terry would be a real, you know, smack in the face, I think. It'll be good.
Wow.
I think that's a good shout, because the thing is, in season 4, they've warmed Tori up to be a great person and really get to, like, just being like, oh, she's just mistaken character.
Yeah.
And it makes sense if she went to Miyagi or to Eagle Fang, wherever Robbie goes, because they're in love.
Yeah. Well, imagine Tori joining Miyagi-Do, because like Denny hasn't even spoke to this girl, you know, like they need some sort of interaction there. So imagine like Sam and Tori already hate each other. Imagine Tori joining not just her mum, you know, supporting her, getting the support from her mum, but imagine her getting the support from her dad on top of that. You know, she would feel so pushed out, and I could really see that storyline being interesting. I like it.
Yeah,
but that's still in my brain. This is not from any interview.
Everybody doing a switcheroo. So now Tori's gonna end up going to Miyagi-Do, and then Sam going to Cobra Kai. That's a lot.
That's just my personal opinion. That's what I want to happen. But
I would love to see that happen.
Wow.
I think it'd be fun.
Imagine if that all plays out and then we get to season 6 and that is the next All Valley or the next tournament. That is going to be such good high stakes.
Yeah.
Like,
what about Daniel and Robbie though? Is there going to be any kind of because they haven't really spoke, you know? I mean, like, well, they did have an interaction in season 4, but is there going to be some kind of reconciliation, like, you know, your Daniel, Mr. LaRusso, I'm sorry about all that shit and whatever, and you know, we cool now.
Does anyone really care about that? Like, all I'm caring about is Robbie and Johnny being reunited as like father son. That's the hype for me. I don't give a shit about Danny.
Well, Daniel was Robbie's sensei in the beginning. You know, Robbie was a lost youth and was going nowhere, headed down a dark path, and Mr. LaRusso saved his life. You don't give a shit though, do you?
Nope, just want him with his dad. Like, I mean, that was great, and he did support him a lot, and you know, put him on the right path. But yeah, like I don't think that they had like such a blue that, you know, like Denny was still really forgiving of him. He's a very forgiving person in general, but he was like really forgiving of him, you know, at the last tournament there. So I don't think he's going to be like, oh, I'm holding a grudge on Robbie or whatever. I think that's going to be swept under the rug, and it'll all be about like Johnny and Robbie, I think, which I wanted to see when they hugged at the end there, or like he was crying and he's like, I don't blame you, Dad. Oh, fuck me.
I was a water bag. I was a water bag.
Like I've wanted that for so long, and oh God, you could just, that acting was so good. You know, they were both tearing up. Robbie was out of it crying, and just beautiful.
And I used to hate Robbie. I used to, Mike, you remember, I used to hate Robbie.
Yeah. Me too. I just feel like he hasn't changed. Like, his story has been like the most, you know, he's just sort of floated along. But
he had a major arc. He had a major arc this season where I'm like, okay, I fucks with Robbie now. But back then, especially after season 2 when he kicked Miguel over I was like, yo, fuck this guy.
Bye.
I hate Robbie.
Yeah.
Completely agree. Yeah, I agree with you. I think they've definitely redeemed him, especially that end scene of that season 4.
Right.
Going into season 5, like I think, I just think it's going to be like Miguel's going to go to Miyagi. He's going to go to Eagle Fang now, Robbie, because he's made this reconciliation with his dad. Them two are never going to get on, so they're not going to be in the same dojo.
Are they? But do you reckon? Like, can you imagine?
I reckon, because I think, personal opinion, and you please let me know what you think on this one. So, obviously, the whole premise of this season 5 is that Miyagi-Do is meant to shut up shop because they lost the tournament. Now, obviously, we know that's not the case because Chosen's going to take over. So, LaRusso could be like, oh, well, I'm just mentoring or I'm just watching what they're doing, right? So, I have a feeling season 6, or this season's going to build up, where season 6 is ultimately going to be Terry Silver is going to have to make a written, signed contract for the next fight, whoever loses, they're out of the valley. And therefore, when he loses in season 6, because ultimately he's probably going to lose, all the Cobra guys get shut down.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think that's what.
Well, there's a lot of them now, so they're going to need to. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I could be wrong, but I think that could happen. And then Rashad, what you were saying, or Jamie Lee, what you were saying about Chosen being killed, or if he gets deported, then Daniel's going to have to take back over Miyagi-Do. Because there's no one there, and Johnny's not out of the valley because he didn't lose in the final fight, so his Eagle Fang's open. As far as we're aware, we assume it's open.
Yeah.
That's true.
So I'm assuming the way they're gonna have to get one of the valleys out, one of them out, is a signed, written law contract. Especially with Terry Silver with money, he can easily write up a contract, be like, right, if you lose, you're out.
Right.
And I think Kreese is going to team up with Johnny.
I think that's inevitable. Yeah, I think that's going to be the big turning point. Because you can see Kreese softening up. Season 4. You could. I don't want to say so much softening up, but not being that mustache twirling villain that we once knew.
Yeah.
He has a heart. You know what I'm saying? Like he's actually. You could tell he has a love for Johnny. And even with Tori,
that father thing yet again. Yes.
Yeah. And then even with Tori, where Terry Silver's telling her to cheat and. Hit Sam again in the eye, and Kreese is like, no, do what you want to do. This is your fight. You earned it. Handle your business. And I'm like, Kreese, my man.
But seeing that scene, where he backtracked and I think there was even a flashback there, and he was like remembering what he said to Johnny. You know what I mean? Like, fuck, I gave that really bad advice as well. And look at how that turned out. That was so good. He was seeing that Terry is being him.
Yeah, and he had that same epiphany that Johnny had in season 1. Because Johnny in season 1 was all, he was definitely pro Cobra Kai, strike first, strike hard, no mercy. But it wasn't until Miguel fought in the finals we started seeing holy shit, I'm turning into Kreese. Yeah. He's looking at Miguel saying, no mercy, I'm gonna win by all measures. What have I done? And Kreese has had that same epiphany this time around. So yeah, definitely, I see that coming with him and Johnny reconciling.
Yeah,
I thought they would have. Sorry, Mike.
No, I was just going to very quickly just add to that. I was going to say it only makes sense because Daniel's not going to get him out of prison.
Right.
Terry Silver's not going to get him out of prison. It's only Johnny who would get him out. So, yeah. Jamie, what are you saying?
I was just going to say, I thought they were setting up for Kreese to die because, I keep talking about people wanting to die. Not that I wanted Kreese to, but I thought him dying to sacrifice himself for Johnny or even Tori because he's taking on a father figure role for Tori. I thought him doing that would be really honorable and, would go out the right way. Not that he needs to go out at all. He's fucking old as shit and he's boss. You know what I mean? He's kicking ass for his age. So I personally don't want to see him leave the show, but if he wants to, or if he, I don't know, health-wise or whatever, I think that I thought that they were setting that up with how he was going soft and, just seeing this real regretful side of him. I thought, oh, maybe they're setting him up to die, but then they put him in jail. So that it makes sense. But yeah.
Yeah, and no more fight scenes with him either. Just leave because come on, the stunt double is so obvious. Dude, we know that's not Martin Cove, man. Come on.
I was just about to say,
you guys are mean.
Where's the lie? Where's the lie? Well, wait, okay, you see the close up, you see the grain in his head, you see the stunt double, full head of brown hair, 30 pounds heavier, muscular, doing this shit, and then it cuts to Kreese's old face. No.
Shush.
It's very true.
It just messes up the illusion.
Right. Well, we've got Trav saying he needs to watch Cobra Kai.
Definitely. You do, yeah. I feel like that's
what Tyler says I'm going to start watching it tonight.
No, he's not. Please. You're full of it, Tyler.
Oh, wow. So we just laid all kind of spoilers out and watch what?
He's not going to watch that. He'll be watching Star Wars or Lord of the Rings or something.
Obi-Wan.
That's what he'll be watching. That's right.
Yes, it's about Kenobi.
Right.
Wow.
Well,
so they haven't watched Cobra Kai. We're laying all kind of spoilers.
Pretty much. So if you tuned in,
sorry,
spoilers, but thank you.
So Chosen comes back.
Right.
So Kreese goes to jail.
Right.
Fuck, we are so bad. Oh dear. You probably should have put a warning at the start, Mike.
I know,
watch
right?
up to season 4 first.
Probably. Probably, but oh well, it's happened.
Those guys.
Can't change it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I definitely want to get you guys back on for like an actual Cobra Kai stream, because I think we've touched on a lot, but I think there's a lot more to touch on.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, we're pretty much going to be wrapping this up because we've gone on way more than I thought, but I've really had a blast.
Yeah, for sure.
So I just want to thank you both so much for being here. Just to wrap this up very quickly, Jamie Lee, do tell everyone a little bit very quickly what content you've got coming out on your channel, what they can look forward to.
Well, today my Miss Marvel episode 2 will be out, and then today I watched The Boys, so then I'll do a review of, what are we up to? Episode 4 or 5 of that? 4, I think.
4.
Yeah. So that will come like the following day. And then, as I said, I'm really excited because I have a Stranger Things interview coming up. So I'm really happy because like I feel like I've boxed myself in with Cobra Kai all the time, which is great because I love it clearly. But yeah, I felt like, oh, I really wish I could talk to somebody else and like venture out. And yeah, I'm really proud that I've got that. So that will be coming up hopefully within, or definitely within 2 weeks, but hopefully next week.
Cool.
Awesome. And and please go subscribe to Jamie Lee's channel. It's in the link in the description box below. Jamie Lee, after the stream, message me who you're interviewing because I'm really intrigued.
Okay.
Nice.
And I'll tell Rashad.
Nice. Really?
And that's all you will tell.
Oh my God. Mike, you ain't shit.
and Rashad, what about you? What content have you got coming out?
Well, I just released a video for that Telugu Indian language action movie.
Yeah.
What's the name of it? Yeah, Triple R. So I just dropped that. Yeah, Triple R. So I dropped that yesterday. So check that out if you haven't. And I'm going to be reviewing an old throwback, an 80s joint, which I've never seen, surprisingly, called The Last American Virgin, which I'm ashamed of myself. I've never watched it. But yeah, I'm dropping a review for that because that movie was like, wow, that shit hit close to home. I wish I would have watched that at 14 years old. It would have saved me a lot of heartache and pain. And I'm also doing a full season recap for The Offer, which is a Paramount Plus series about the making of The Godfather. So that just wrapped up. So I'm going to be doing a whole season recap of that. And so far, that's about it for right now.
Nice. Yeah, man. It sounds awesome. Never heard of that Last American movie.
Oh man, like it's an 80s movie, but man, it is real as you can get. Like, because you think of 80s, you think of over the top cheese, and no, this was a very real, like grounded film. Disturbing at times, but like, wow, like damn, like I was that guy. You know what I mean? So yeah, I think everybody can relate. Pretty much every dude can relate to that. Like they was that guy at least once in their lives. You know what I mean?
Right. Well, Pete says he said it's heartbreaking with its ending.
Yeah.
And soundtrack as well. He enjoyed.
Yes. And I've never seen it, and I pride myself on my 80s, knowledge, and I've never seen that movie.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that sounds absolutely awesome, and I'm looking forward to hearing your review, and especially with Pete coming in, it's good as well. I'm probably have to check it out.
Yeah.
But yeah, just one last time, I just want to again thank Jamie Lee and Rashad G for being here. It's been honestly an absolute blast. And again, both their channels are in the links in the description. So if you're watching live after the fact, go check them out. And yeah, until next time, we will see you later. Bye, everyone.
Peace.
Bye.